Hello. Hello, everyone. It's Beans. I'm gonna be playing some more 999 tonight. Medi can't be here right now, but that's okay. Um, they're with us in spirit. I can feel them staring at me from afar. So, hey. I'm excited to play more of this game as we are starting to get into the territory where I am unfamiliar with what is going on. Ah! Hello, Wyra! How are you? Ah! Wyra enters the chat screaming. Hello. Let's continue. Are you sure you want to resume? Yes. Just tell me if I need to adjust any of the volumes at all at any
You
point.
haven't said a thing so far, have you?
Okay. Right into it.
Eh,
I hate him. His skin was pale, his breathing was heavy, and he was soaked with nervous sweat. Vomit on his sweater already. His behaviors got the eyes of that one guy from Fate. There are so many people in Fate. I've only briefly dabbled in Fate. There are so many people. There's so much. The one who goes, yeah, Genie? I don't know who that is. His behavior seemed very suspicious, or perhaps simply emotionally unstable. Gael Durai? Is that how you pronounce it? I don't know who that is. But okay. Are you talking about this guy? Fair. That's fair. I don't like him. I don't like him. It was difficult to tell. Whatever the case, it seemed clear that he had only a fingertip's worth of a grip on his sanity. The girl with pink hair, Clover, derogatory, walked up to him slowly. It does look like his eyes are googly eyes. Just like ping pong balls that he drew eyeballs on. She put her hands on her hips and eyed him suspiciously.
What number are you?
He didn't answer. Sorry if I'm a little slow. I'm like hopped up on a bunch of cold medicine right now, so my brain is working at about a snail inch pace. Not even an inchworm. Inchworms move much faster. You ever seen an inchworm go? God damn, do those boys zoom. His bloodshot eyes twitched from person to person, and his breathing came in hot pants.
Hey, I'm talking to you.
The man licked his dry lips with a shaking tongue and spoke in a voice like old sandpaper.
isn't it obvious?
No. Why would... Breathing in hot pants, right? This man breathes pants? Imagine if there was a dragon, except instead of breathing fire, it just breathed out pants. The Gene Dragon.
There are 9 people here.
Pants beam? Super Negasonic Pant Beam!
And you know who numbers 1 through 8 are. I'm the only one left.
Well, you could be number 10. Yeah, there's a secret 10th student, hey, somewhere in the building. Boat.
So you're 9?
Yeah.
He extended a trembling arm. The bracelet did indeed say 9. Imagine if everybody had a bracelet like that and we all had numbers, but we didn't know what they meant. It could be 6. Just make his wrist go the other way and it says sis, 6. Fuck. Clover looked at it contemptuously.
What's your code name?
I love that game.
Code name?
The shading that they do is, like, very interesting. I like it. It's, like, a different style of, like, I haven't seen cell shading like this before where it follows the bagginess. I like it. It's very pretty and, like, dramatic. It looks like they used it all in one same shade tone as well.
What do you want us to call you? We all made up names. You should too.
I don't need one.
Why not?
Because I am not gonna stay here with you.
He took a shuddering breath and exhaled. Clover looked at him with something very, like, disgust. Oh, he probably had stinky breath.
You've got some sort of plan?
I do.
Yeah? What's that?
You sure you want to know?
No, actually. Ironed pants breath. You're right, he's the secret pants dragon.
Yeah?
All right, let me show you.
No thanks. I choose life.
I'm gonna do this.
Stand up straight? By the time they realized what he was doing, it was too late to stop him. I hate that these are like rhinestones on her cheek. I don't know what her fashion is. He does look like a Muppet. Wait, here, just... Does it... Yeah.
Hey! What the hell do you think you're doing?
He does very much look like a Muppet with those eyebrows. Muppet Man, take me by the hand. God. I hate him. Santa leapt forward toward Clover and the 9th man. He was halfway there when...
Stay back.
Suddenly the man's hand dove into his pocket. He's got a knife! He held it to Clover's pale, quivering neck.
If you get any closer, I'll cut her open.
He kind of sounds like Goofy. He's what would happen if Goofy and Kermit the Frog had a child. And it was a human for some reason. Frog plus dog equals man, question mark?
Yeah, that's right.
OMG, dog frog. The man's smile was neither friendly nor reassuring. Sweat poured down his neck, soaking the collar of his shirt. Man's best friend and man's true form, it all comes together.
Clover, are you alright?
Man's true form is a dog. I mean, not a dog, a frog. That's why we love frogs so much. Frogs are very gender. The prince, Snake's voice sounded oddly concerned.
Yeah, I'm fine.
Her voice shook, making her words even less convincing.
What the hell are you trying to do?
I told you. This is my plan.
God, this music makes me want to dissociate. Like, I just realized what the sounds that I was hearing were, and damn, are these some funky beats to just lose yourself with?
What are you gonna do to her, you sick son of a bitch?
Don't worry. I'm not gonna do anything to her. If she just does what I tell her to, I'll let her go.
He started to move backwards slowly, keeping his grip on Clover.
Slowly. That's right. Just follow me.
Keeping their distance, Junpei and the others followed. Eventually, the man reached the wall. He gave a start as his back touched it, then glanced around quickly and spoke.
Here. Verify. The left. Look on your left. Do you see the device on the wall? Place your hand on the scanner panel, the round part.
What if I don't?
The man's nostrils flared and he looked like he was about to choke.
Are you an idiot? What do you think?
I'm imagining in that moment, he did that thing that Kermit the Frog does when, like, he gulps, so, like, his face contorts and, like, presses together. I love when Kermit does that. It looks very funny.
I could slit your throat right now.
Murder Kermit.
I'll kill you if I have to. All I need is your bracelet. Just do it! Do it now!
He pressed the knife against Clover's neck, hard.
Okay, I'll do it.
Slowly, she stretched her left hand out toward the device.
Like this?
Her back was to it and she had to feel around for a moment before she found the circular panel. Oh, her hand's so tiny. Or it's either that or that thing is very, very large. It made a cold electronic noise, and on the display above her hand, an asterisk appeared.
So that's how it works.
I still love how Junpei's brain is just reverb metallic room.
He called that round part of the device the scanner panel.
This man's head is a tin can.
If we put our left hand on it, our bracelet number gets entered into the device. Then,
should you total the numbers on your numbered bracelets,
God, the reverb on flashback voices in visual novels will never not be funny. It's just, they're just like, how do I show that this is a memory? I got it. Reverb echo. What the fuck?
and find that the digital root of that number is equal to the number of that door, the door will open.
I also love it, but Jesus, who thought of it? Everybody, I wish my memories had echoes. Or like, you know that part in 50% off in the free abridged, or it's just Haru, put down the gun, Haru now. And just Haru kills himself in his head. That's like all I'm thinking about right now, of like what memory echoes would be. Junpei shifted his eyes to the door itself. The number on it was 5.
door 5. But why does this guy know so much about how this thing works? It's like he knows exactly what to do.
Good. Good. You're done. Next.
His bloodshot eye crept from person to person until finally they stopped on the lion, Ace.
You, right? You're the one with the number 1 bracelet, right?
Yes, I am.
I love these Yu-Gi-Oh ass panels of them.
Then you're next. Just verify your number like this little brat did. What are you doing? Do it! Don't you care what happens to her?
Okay, just calm down.
I'm imagining this man. This one has no legs and is just an arm going down. Cause all I can see is puppet now. Ace held up his hands, palms out. The 9th man jerked his chin toward the device.
I'm coming over.
Slowly, cautiously, Ace moved toward the device. After what seemed like an agonizing eternity, he reached it.
Now, verify.
All right, this is what you wanted, right?
Ace nodded and placed his hand on the scanner panel. The device beeped again, and a second asterisk appeared. Asterisk? Asterisk. Asterisk. Look. English hard.
Now the device has both Clover and Ace's numbers, 4 and 1.
My puppy is in the same room as me, and I just noticed him moving off to the side, and he's asleep, but, like, his legs are moving. He's zooming, I know it.
4 plus 1 is 5.
Good math, Junpei.
It's the same as the number written on the door, but it won't open yet.
Only 3 to 5 people can pass through one numbered door.
One more person. If what Zero said is true, he needs one more person. Who? Who does he need?
Get back.
His voice shook, but the knife he held to Clover's throat made his words a command. Ace took 2, then 3 steps back.
No! Farther! More than that! Go all the way back!
Okay.
Slowly, Ace did what he was told. The ninth man's lips curled into a cruel, twisted smile.
Wait, don't tell me.
That was when Junpei understood his plan.
Clover's 4 and Ace's 1. Added to the ninth man's 9.
Opening
4 plus 1 plus 9 is 14.
Opening sequences in games like these last so fucking long.
And the digital root of 14, 1 plus 4, is 5. In other words...
I mean, but then again, games like these are just like, oh, you're a child, you don't know anything. Let me teach you absolutely everything there is to know. And it's just like, just let me figure it out as I go along. Please? Please? Can I get it? Can I do that?
Thank God you were all so cooperative.
Yeah, that's not the mouth of a man. That's the mouth of a Muppet. And the voice of Goofy.
Now I can get out of this nightmare.
I mean, it's like, yeah, this is the child of Goofy and Kermit. He pressed his own hand against the scanner panel. When's that gonna be released by Disney Plus? A third asterisk appeared on the screen. He dropped his hand to the lever on the side of the device and pulled. The door opened with a heavy metallic groan.
Good! I don't need you anymore.
He let go of Clover.
Wait!
Junpei leapt toward the ninth man, but he wasn't fast enough.
Here! She's all yours!
Yeah, the CG is kind of funny, but, like, it's... I like it. Like, for a visual novel, I haven't seen much... They don't usually do CG like this, but I think it's cool. The man shoved Clover. And hopped through the door.
Okay. Have a good one, guys. I'm going off ahead now. Well then, goodbye!
He raised his hand and waved, a twisted smirk on his face. Then he was gone. The door ground shut with the dull clang of metal on metal.
Clover, are you all right?
Snake ran to Clover's side as she lay on the floor. How did he know where she was? He has no eyes.
Yeah, I'm fine.
She climbed unsteadily to her feet, and once there, leaned heavily on Snake's shoulder for support.
Damn it!
Junpei ran to the door.
That bastard!
The others followed him. Several pairs of hands grabbed hold of the handles and pulled. God damn, I shit myself. Oh no.
Open, damn it!
Please stop. They grunted and strained, but
Shit! It won't budge.
where's the other? This is a spelling mistake. Grammatical error. I found one. I found it. That was when Lotus, the dancer, spoke. Her voice was quiet.
Do you hear something?
Like, what?
Like some sort of beeping.
Junpei pressed his ear against the cold metal of the door. The others did the same. Wait, what? What do you mean, what? You mean the beeping? Spelling mistake? Oh, they were, it was, so you know how when some dialogue you're supposed to have the two quotes marks around it? I meant to say it was a grammatical mistake. They forgot to put, the quotes before. They just did it after. Yeah. I said spelling mistake because that was the first word that popped in my head. But it was just a small grammatical error. I mean, it's not too bad. I just happened to notice it.
You're right. I can hear it too.
What is it?
Then they heard something else. It was the ninth man.
Why isn't it stopping? God damn it! You lied!
Lied?
This wasn't supposed to happen! This is wrong! This is wrong!
His voice shook with fear. Safe on the outside, they stepped back from the door and looked at one another.
What is happening in there?
Open the door, please! I'm begging you! Help me! Please get me out of here! Get me out of here! Ah, God damn it!
Junpei grabbed hold of the device. Slammed his hand on the scanner panel. Nothing happened.
Why? Why won't it work? Engaged? Is it because it's occupied?
Oh my god! There's no time left! Listen, I was lied to! He lied to me! He put me in here! It was him! He killed me! It was him!
Kerploosh. Human spaghetti bomb. I ate pescetti tonight for dinner. In preparation. The explosion rocked the room. You know how it is with spaghetti. You won't find bones in it. Instinctively, they ducked, then stood up slowly when they realized there was no danger. This man's hair is like so coiffed upwards. Like a porcupine. He's wearing a bumpet. No one spoke. Yours can do that? Is your hair like just very coarse? I know that people with coarser hair. My hair is like slippery like a noodle. But it's much longer. Yeah, I see that. You got that shadow hair. Silence filled the room.
A beep?
Beep-a-leap. All eyes turned toward it.
Did that thing just make that sound?
Hoge? Is that? Oh, the anime just cowlick. You got that spiky anime dangerous hair.
The display changed from engaged to vacant.
It's like a porta potty. Oh wait, no. Porta potties don't get engaged. I've come here today to unify these unify these porta potties in matrimony.
Let's see if we can open it.
Porta and potty. And their child. Porta potty. 7, the mountain swallowed hard.
Okay.
Junpei nodded and placed his hand on the scanner panel. A red asterisk appeared on the LCD panel. LCD. Is that what that's called? LCD. I don't know.
Well, it registered my bracelet number, but it won't open with one person. We need at least 2 more people.
What to do? Okay, so... What number is Junpei? I already forgot. Is he number 6? Wait, no, he's number 5. Right. He's 5. So that's... No. 6, 11... Okay, so that's... No, 6 is June. Yeah, he's 5. 11, 12, 13, 14. 14 would get us 5, so this one should
Santa
work.
and June, you think you could give me a hand here?
I think I did it. The pun was a little too on the nose, but the mood was still grim. Both Santa and June lifted their hands silently. He verified, and she followed suit.
5 plus 3 plus 6 is 14. The digital root of 14, 1 plus 4 equals 5.
I did it!
This should do it. Now we just need to pull the lever on the side.
You guys ready? I'm gonna open it.
Ready for human spaghetti. Junpei grabbed the lever and looked back over his shoulder. They're not actually gonna show the human spaghetti. I have been forewarned that they do for people for whatever happens later in the game. But there is lots of vivid writing descriptions later of like how bodies look like. So gore warning just as a foreword for this game. I mean, it's horror, so like what do you expect? But also if I know something is coming up, I'm gonna try and warn people of it, just so that, I know it bothers some people, so here we go! They stiffened and nodded. Junpei nodded back and set his mouth in a grim line. Then he slowly lowered the lever. There was a metallic groan and the door slid open. A breath of air drifted out of it, carrying a stench that nearly made them gag. Junpei grimaced and put a hand over his mouth.
Oh my god.
Good God.
Lotus and Ace shuddered. 7 grunted.
Whoa, that's pretty bad.
Even Santa's voice shook.
He blew up.
It appeared that Santa was right. The hallway on the other side of the door was splattered with chunks of torn flesh and dark red blood. The shriek echoed across the room. It had come from June. Then her strength left her and she dropped, like a sack of marbles. As Junpei turned to catch her, the door groaned shut. Or taters. I don't think taters fall as... Oh, you mean like potatoes. I was thinking tater tots. Yeah, potatoes fall pretty hard. She crumpled to the floor.
June, are you okay?
Junpei dropped to his knees and put his arm around her shoulders. Do people really faint of shock? I've never had that happen before, so I wouldn't know. I fainted of other reasons, but not shock. Yeah, I don't know. I always thought, like, isn't that, like, a little too dramatic? Do people really feel emotions that intensely when they're shocked? I always thought it was, like, numbness. That was when he noticed. Her whole body was feverish. Is it just me, or, like, it feels very blurry right here? I don't know, I'm having a hard time, like, seeing this one part right here. It just looks blurry. Like, the colors are coming out. It's glowing. She was radiating intense heat, like a radiator.
What the hell? Where'd this fever come from?
June didn't answer. Her face looked like wax. Damn. And her whole body began to shake.
Alright, okay, let's just rest for a minute, okay? You think you can walk?
Like a screen effect? That's what I'm thinking. Cause, like, I don't know if, like, you could tell, or if it's just because I've been, like, doing a lot of art lately, but, like, it looks like there's a slight blur right through here where I see the colors bleed a little bit outside. Like, the fuzziness of the colors kind of touches her hair as well. It isn't over here on... I mean, it's slightly in here. But, like, just very much right here. It looks like there's a slight blur on the colors. I don't know. She nodded weakly. Whenever, like, I finish a big art project, I just get, like, very intense focused on, like, different effects people use in art, as well as just, like, keeping track of, like, how people's bodies are posed and how clothes drape, like, for, like, a couple days afterwards, because, like, my brain is hyper-focused on art, and that's all I can think about. I think it's very useful, though, because, it helps me notice, like, how things look realistically. Like, I was paying attention to how my clothes fold when I went out to the store earlier today, and I'm like, oh, that's how this type of fabric folds versus that fabric. I think it's fun. I think it's cool noticing those things, too. Junpei lifted June to her feet and guided her to a nearby chair.
Here we go.
As gently as he could, he set her down in it.
How are you feeling? Are you alright?
She nodded, and as she did, a single huge tear rolled down the side of her face.
Why? Why did this happen?
Her voice cracked, broken by misery and grief, and choked by sobs.
Why did this happen?
Junpei spun around.
Do any of you know what the fuck is going on here?
I wonder if they built, like, the entire boat and all the scenes in, like, Blender or something? I'm curious how they made everything, because, like, that makes the most sense to me, is, like, building the entire, like, scene of the ship in every room in, like, a 3D modeler, because then you don't have to worry about figuring out perspective. You could just rotate it and color it depending on what angle, because you already have it predetermined, like a screenshot. Or, ooh, maybe they actually colored it inside, because I know, like, some things like Blender and 3D modeling programs let you color in the program. I don't know, I'm just like commentating on the game now, not even what's going on. My brain's on, I got art brain. I got art brain right now. That's all I can think about.
Who's Zero? What's this nonary game? Come on! Anybody? Anything?
This is Junpei yelling at me to pay attention to the game.
What the hell is going on? What are we doing here?
No one spoke. Ace, Snake, Santa, Clover, Seven, and Lotus. They simply stood there, 7 pairs of downcast eyes and 7 grim lines for mouths. June's body shook with silent sobs. They slowed as the minutes ticked by and eventually they stopped. Then suddenly, in the cold, heavy silence that had enveloped them like a thick fog, a bell began to ring. The clock in the central hall. 7, 8, 9, 10 times. And then on the 10th ring, it stopped. The sound of the bell faded away into silence.
It's 10 o'clock then.
Ace said with each one of them had been thinking.
That means it's been an hour since Zero's little announcement.
Seven's deep voice echoed across the room.
Fuck! I've had enough of this crap!
Santa leapt to his feet, his fist clenched.
How long are we gonna pussyfoot around like this?
I think Pussyfoot deserves a drink. I'm gonna take a slurp. Hydrate every time they say some... Santa says a swear.
We've only got 8 hours until this time limit Zero was going on about is up! Let's get going already! Go! Go!
Santa's outburst fell on deaf ears and one blind eyes. No one seemed to agree with him. They stared back at him, their eyes blank and their faces tired. Finally, Lotus spoke. Lotus.
No, I refuse. I'm not gonna end up like him.
Oof. Nice. Nice one, Laura.
Him? You mean the 9th man?
The secret 9th student lying in wait somewhere in the school, in the boat.
Of course, who else?
In his mind's eye, Junpei saw the corpse again.
Blood. Oh. Blood and pieces of flesh.
The dark reddish-black pool of blood. The scattered pieces of flesh. Organs strewn across the floor like the blossoming of a grotesque flower. Ooh, I like that description. I might have to steal that. I'm just kidding. The explosion that had torn through his body had been powerful.
That's no way for a person to die.
The 9th man's neck had been twisted at an odd angle. Junpei suspected the detonation had thrown him against the wall. Interesting. Half of his face was crushed and the other half was covered in blood. Most of his abdomen had been emptied, either by the explosion or by gravity. He had landed on his back, and stark white ribs jutted up out of his chest, like the legs of some sort of macabre crab. See, the explosion came from inside his body. I'm curious how large the bomb would have had to been to launch his actual body. I mean, I don't have a macabre crab rave, but I mean, it works. Macrab. Junpei felt something flip in his stomach. It's the bomb! Run!
I think he just screwed up.
Eyebrows went up and Santa continued.
He probably set off some sort of trap and that killed him. I'm not gonna screw up like that. I'm getting out of here alive.
Okay, Twink. I love you, Snake. Whatever Snake was laughing at, Santa did not find particularly humorous.
What's so goddamn funny?
Look how tiny Santa is.
Oh, my apologies. You were just, so very confident. I couldn't help myself.
Your confidence is amusing.
What the fuck?
Oh, gotta hydrate. Ooh, actually, I should. I got some, ginger ale. Little soda ASMR.
I think you've mistaken the situation.
I don't like soda, but I do like ginger ale. Mostly because it's ginger, and I like it spicy. If more sodas were spicy, I would drink more soda, actually. Thankfully, not a lot of sodas are spicy, so I'm actually drinking water more often than not.
Huh?
The ninth man's death. It had nothing to do with the trap. Or at least, not the sort of trap you imagine it did.
Then?
He broke one of Zero's rules. That was why he died. Quite simple if you think about it.
God, Santa, use your brain.
You still don't... All right. How about you take a moment and think back to what Zero said? Specifically, what did he say about the number of people?
He said only 3 to 5 people can pass through one numbered door, right?
And after that? You've forgotten the relevant part.
You've got red water. Like Kool-Aid? Or... Oh, hello! Hello, it's a raid! Hello! We're playing 999. Hello! Rah, rah, raid. Hello! Welcome. We're playing 999. We're still at the very beginning of the game. Hello and welcome.
What did Zero say?
Thank you for the raid. Santa furrowed his brow in thought. Junpei thought back. Zero said that everyone who verified had to go.
All those who enter must leave, and all who enter must contribute, right? I think it was something like that. Whatever it was, it means that groups of less than 3 or more than 5 can't go through. That is correct. A gold star for you, Junpei.
Ah, yay, I'm good. I'm a good boy. Snake inclined his head toward Junpei.
The ninth man, however, broke that rule.
Ah, the Muppet Man.
He tried to pass through a numbered door by himself. That was why he was executed.
And Zero's watching us from somewhere, making sure we don't break any rules.
Oh, I'm not so sure of that.
Why not?
You were just playing ZTT. Oh, the third game! Wanted to send some love over to you as well, but I hope you're having a lovely stream. I am! Thank you so much! I'm really excited to play through all the games. I've, I was just introduced to them recently, so I am planning on playing through all 3 games, which is gonna take a while. Thank you so much for stopping by and rating. That means a lot to me. I hope you guys had a good stream too.
Because this execution system is entirely automatic. You didn't notice? There's no need for him to monitor us.
What do you mean?
Snake looked at Seven with what could only be described as pity inside.
Very well. I see it must be me who tells you. I've waited long enough, I suppose. I had hoped Zero might spare me the trouble, but that seems increasingly unlikely.
He couldn't see them, of course, but perhaps Snake sensed the confused eyes upon him. I will have to be on lurk since I have things to get done, but enjoy the game. Yeah, no problem. Absolutely. Thank you so much. I've had a lot of fun with it so far, even though, like, this introduction sequence is long, but it's a really interesting game, and, like, I'm a big fan of Danganronpa and games similar to that, like, your turn to die as well, so I think we're gonna have a lot of fun with this. When Ace spoke, he gave words to everyone else's thoughts.
Do you know something?
Well, I know a great many things, but yes.
I love this little asshole.
What is it you know?
Here.
Snake removed a card from the pocket of his jacket. I don't know why, but I heard that as like a Minecraft noise. All of a sudden. You played both of those? Yeah. Hell yeah. I love murder mystery games. They're a lot of fun. And like, I guess not murder, well, yes, murder mystery. Mystery games, mystery horror games are fun. Especially these visual novel styles.
A card? What does it say?
See for yourself.
With a flourish, he presented it to Ace, who took a close look at it and spoke.
Come on now, what's the point of giving me this?
Give me that.
Santa snatched the card from Ace, but his expression of disgust quickly turned to one of confusion.
Huh? The hell is this?
It's in Braille, probably. I mean, Snake is blind. Seven tugged it out of Santa's
Let's
hands.
see.
The card went from Seven to Lotus, from Lotus to June, and finally to Junpei. He looked at it and understood. Yep,
This is Braille.
Yep, it's in Braille. Why did you feel the need to hand it to everyone? You could have just said it was in Braille. Braille, the written language of the blind. The card was covered with small embossed bumps. I'm curious how Braille is differentiated from like language to language. That's something that I should look at. Junpei could recognize it, but he certainly couldn't read it.
Sorry, guys, I can't read this. Here, have it back.
Nobody was asking you to read it, Junpei. Junpei handed the card back to Snake, who nodded at him with a small smirk.
Okay, that was fun. What's so important about that card?
I found it in my pocket.
Someone put it there.
I can only assume it is a message from Zero.
From Zero?
A message?
What does it say?
Suddenly everyone was crowding around Snake, desperate to hear what the message said. Santa especially looked as if he were about to grab hold of Snake and shake the answers from him. I love Santa. He's just a little jerk. Snake raised his hand.
Calm down now. No need to panic. You don't need to force me. I'll read it.
Junpei swallowed hard and waited for him to start. He was not the only one. Presently, Snake began to read, his voice calm. His fingers glided over the tiny bumps as he spoke.
Bracelet number 2. Since you are not blessed with sight, I shall bless you, and only you, with information. I shall tell you of the function of the red, of the dead, and of the bracelet.
Damn. This game's got some, like, really funky music that I could dissociate to. I love it.
The red is the recognition device.
I don't like how they altered Zero's voice, but I guess they did it on purpose to make it unlikable.
It will verify your number. Beside every numbered door, you will find a red. The dead is the deactivation device. It does exactly what it says.
Damn, this music's so good, I love it.
Once you have passed through the numbered door, you must use the dead to stop the detonator in your bracelet. But perhaps you are wondering, what does this detonator detonate? I am afraid this might be something of a surprise.
Is it a bomb? Hey, Zero, is it a bomb?
I have placed a small bomb inside of you, and people whom you are about to meet.
I just love the simplicity of that statement. Like, oh, I put a bomb in you. No need to worry about it. Yeah, I just put it in you.
You swallowed it while you were unconscious. I have no doubt by the time you read this note, the bomb will have passed your stomach and found its way to your small intestine.
Little treat. Did he wrap the bomb in salami? How small would the bomb have to have been to make you swallow it while you're unconscious is my question. Like, without needing water. Or was Zero just like, okay, here's the bomb, and it's like the size of a horse pill. Like a big pill, and he's just like, and here's some water to wash it down.
In other words, you will be unable to regurgitate it. I suggest you do not try. As I mentioned before, the bracelet on your left hand contains a detonator. Think of it as a remote fuse, or timer, for the bomb in your body. There is only one condition which will cause it to detonate. That condition is that you enter a numbered door.
Oh, so you gotta go to the other end? Oh, do you mean they gotta poop out the bomb? Is that what you're saying, Lyra? Poop out the bomb. Yeah. That's gotta be uncomfortable.
Once you have done so, the timer will activate, no matter who you may be.
Everybody just chug these laxatives. We'll get it out.
You will have 81 seconds.
That's a weirdly specific number. 81 seconds. That's a minute and 21 seconds, I think. 9 times 9. Oh. Medi! Hello! 9? It's 9? Digital root, bitch. Thanks. Thanks for coming in and immediately calling me a bitch. I love you too.
If, after that time, the detonator has not been deactivated, it will send a signal to the bomb in your body, instructing it to explode.
I have not gotten far. Does this count for Drinkos? Yes, I think Medi calling me a bitch counts as hydration. I have been drinking.
In order to deactivate the detonator, every person who verified their number at the red must also verify their numbers at the dead.
It's just like, you have so much trouble understanding what Zero is saying because they've, like, discombobulated it so much.
Once all numbers have been verified by the dead, you need only pull the lever at its side.
Because it sounds like instead of dead, he's saying dad, but, like, in a weird way.
And the countdown will cease. Anyone who does not verify their number at the red will find themselves unable to verify their number at the dead. That is to say, if you should pass through a numbered door without first verifying your number at the red, in 81 seconds, you will be dead. You must also keep in mind that the numbered doors will close automatically after 9 seconds have passed.
Damn, this guy just loves the number 9. Huh. Obsession with the number 9 leads to killing game.
So long as the doors open, the dead will not function. You would do well to remember this.
Lucky number or something? Yeah, Zero went to one fortune teller in high school who said your lucky number is 9. Medi, are you Zero? No, I'm sorry, I shouldn't have said that. That was rude of me. No, I'm Medi.
Lastly, let us discuss how to remove the bracelets. There are only 2 ways to do so. 1. You escape from this ship. 2. Your heart rate reaches 0.
Or 3, you cut your hand off.
In other words, once the bracelet is taken outside the confines of the ship, or detects that Ignora's heartbeat has fallen to 0, it will shut down automatically.
Aren't there, like, certain types of medicines that we're gonna go saw up in here? Maybe. But also, aren't there certain types of medicines that can make it seem like make your heart, like, stop? Yeah, can't you slow down your heartbeat to 0 without dying? I thought there were, like, types of medicines that could get around that and, like, simulate your heart going down to 0, or, like... I have that effect on people sometimes.
There is no other way to remove your bracelet.
I...
If you attempt to force it off, or disable the detonator, the bomb within you will immediately explode.
This is all the information which I can impart to you.
Wasn't there that one episode in BBC Sherlock where Sherlock used a squash ball or something underneath his arm to cut off the circulation to his one arm so that when John took his, checked his heartbeat, there was none in that arm? Just do that. Just cut off the circulation to the arm.
How you choose to use it is for you to decide. If used wisely, you can eliminate those who might be a danger to you. For a time, you would be able to control your fate. I wish you the best of luck.
Snake finished reading and carefully returned the card to his pocket.
So it's saying only those who verify their numbers at the red can pass through the numbered doors. Teams can't add or subtract people after they're scanned in. The reds, deads, and bracelets enforce the rules. They're judge, jury, and executioner.
Gosh, Junpei's VA did a very good job. Snake should have done a 0 impression as he read it. How do you do a 0 impression? Just like... I can't even imagine without just... the reds, deads. Wait, no, that sounds like Patrick. Gotta muffle your voice.
Shit! A fucking bomb! Come out! Come out, damn it!
I gotta drink like 3 times. Patrick through your wrist. He's trying to... No! This ain't the poop deck! Oh my god. This man just squatted down. In defiance of Zero's suggestion, both Santa and Seven put fingers down their throats and began to gag. That's not how you poop. Eat well, sleep well, shit well. The rest stiffened. Some touched their stomachs, some simply stared at their bracelets. Junpei gingerly touched his stomach. There's a baby in there. Junpei, you're eating for 2 now. That's right, you have a bomb.
There's a bomb inside me.
They're eating for 2 now. You mean? Yep, they've got a bomb. The thought of it made him queasy.
Oh.
His stomach felt oddly hollow and his legs were weak.
What made Zero think creating this horror show of a game was a good idea?
I don't know. YouTube? Reality television? Honestly, I'm surprised a horror show like this hasn't been made on reality TV for people to believe that it's real. Like, things like Big Brother already exist, so like, whew. It's only a matter of time. I dread when that time comes. Junpei looked over at the others.
Alright, I'm gonna ask one more time. Do any of you know anything about Zero?
Yeah, grown up Monkey's Island or whatever. Yeah. Oof. They already have things like Survivor. So, like, I wouldn't be surprised. Crystal Labyrinth. Right! God, Crystal Labyrinth was wild. It's been a while since I've seen it, but, like, I remember it in my subconscious very clearly. They were all silent, each person waiting to hear what the others would say. Finally, Santa spoke.
Actually, I saw him. I saw Zero when I got grabbed. I didn't see his face, though. Son of a bitch was wearing some kind of gas mask.
Oh, I gotta drink again.
What the hell?
And again.
Come on, guys, give me something. You know, like surprise or something?
Santa, we all love you, but shut up. Instead, it was Santa who looked surprised. There was a moment of silence, and then everyone spoke at once.
I saw that too.
I did as well.
Me too. I didn't see inside the mask, though.
It's just, Jim Carrey's The Mask. Wait, was that Jim Carrey? I don't know. It was The Mask.
That mask, it was really scary.
Whew. I think so. Yeah, I think it was Jim Carrey.
Huh?
Oh, so all of our abductions were the same. We were taken from home at midnight. The person claiming to be Zero had a mask on. There was white smoke, and then each of us passed out. We woke up to find ourselves on D-Deck, in a room with a 3-level bunk bed.
How about you, Seven? Did the same happen to you?
Only 7 stories seem to lack the detail of the others.
Oh, me? Yeah, well, mine was just like the rest of yours.
That was all he had said. Oh, I just realized his hat has a little apple motif on it. That's cute. And it occurred to Junpei at the time that it sounded somewhat strange, but he didn't press the issue. God, I can't read today.
Okay, that's good enough for now.
He hadn't done so because there was something that struck him as even stranger.
So, I have a question.
That was the mystery of the relationship between Snake and Clover.
Snake and Clover, you were both kidnapped from the same room, and you woke up together.
Siblings. Junpei looked at them thoughtfully.
So, what's the deal with the two of you anyway?
It was Clover that answered. Clearly, she felt she had nothing to hide.
We're siblings.
Siblings?
Yes?
Yeah, don't we look like it? Idiot. We have the same eyes.
Snake is my older brother, obviously. That means I'm his little sister. That really so hard to understand?
Junpei was taken aback. The others seemed just as surprised.
She is correct, of course.
That is 2 sibling titles. Yes, it is. He laid his hand on Clover's shoulder.
Are you, surprised?
Yes, they are surprised. I mean, you don't look it.
Well, yeah, but...
This is the most suspicious way to confirm they are related. You are absolutely right. This entire conversation, they're just like, how do you know each other? We're siblings. Yes, that is, we are siblings. Kind of very much like an alien conversation going on here.
Why? There are other people here with connections to one another.
They do actually have the same eye color. Well, that can't be true. Snake does not have eyes.
Those two, for instance.
Snake pointed at Junpei and June.
Oh, you mean between Jumpy and me?
We are human siblings. Exactly, that's what it feels like. He has eyes, you fool. No, he does not, Medi. Fight me. Snake has no eyes. I will die on this hill.
Ah, yes. You did say you were childhood friends, didn't you?
Wait, you went to school together?
Yeah?
The way that she folds her arm in looks very uncomfortable. She's got a spaghetti bone. June glanced at Junpei, uncomfortable with the sudden attention.
Well, yeah.
Junpei felt somewhat nervous as well and tried to scratch his head as casually as possible.
Hey, you think maybe we could figure out who Zero is this way?
That bend looks right before the wrist. Oh, it's the extra bone you were talking about, Lyra. It's the extra bone in the arm, that extra joint that nobody knows about.
Yeah, you're right. You connect the dots between the victims, and that leads you to the perp. Textbook stuff.
Bone DLC. Hey guys, I just installed the new Bone DLC, and now my bones do wild things. Your extra joint's a bit further up. Interesting. Lyra, I would love for one day you to give me a map of what your skeleton is supposed to look like. Because I am deeply curious. I have heard of people having extra joints, but only in their hands. Yeah, like triple jointed people, that's cool. I heard the bone DLC is mainly cosmetic, you are right. It just makes your bones look shinier.
Junpei, June, does any of this ring a bell?
Oh, I meant weed? What? Weed? What do you mean? Weed joints? Oh. God damn it. God damn it, Lyra, you know I'm allergic. You can't just be making jokes. I'm just kidding, I don't care. They will absolutely fly over my head at any point. You're good. God.
Huh, ring a bell.
Ring a bell?
Ring a bell. They looked at one another. And like it was staged, they both tilted their neck at the same time.
Well, perhaps you went to school with the son of a multimillionaire.
A millionaire?
Son?
They're just idiots.
Well, someone bought this boat and set up all of this. Whoever Zero is, they must be incredibly rich.
Well, we can't be sure of that.
God, Ace is fucking huge.
To me, this seems as though it's the work of an organization, not an individual.
Yeah, it would be hard to orchestrate this all as one person. Like, I know rich people exist, but like, he can't do it on his own. Big man, like a mascot. He does look like he's wearing a big man suit.
Most likely, Zero is simply the representative of a larger group.
What sort of organization?
It could be a number of things. An army, perhaps, or a research group. Perhaps this is all some sort of psychological experiment.
That would be wild. But I can see it happening. I mean, like, look at psychology.
If it is, then it's a pretty fucked up experiment.
I was already drinking when he said that, so, like, I'm good.
I mean, come on! A guy's dead!
Yep. I have not forgotten. The word dead hung in the air, heavy and ominous, like a dead guy. The room went quiet again.
I don't know who the hell this Zero asshole is, but I know for sure he's gotta be pretty fucked up in the head to do all this.
I have to drink twice.
If this was all one guy, then he's got some serious issues.
I remember hearing about a boat ride experiment, but the scientist was really annoying and everyone involved hated him. Honestly, that I am not surprised. I've seen a lot of, well, not a lot of, but I've heard a lot about experiments where people just end up, or like the scientists are really annoying, or like the ones researching it are just assholes. And it does not surprise me at all. Even with the specter of death hanging over them, their discussions continued for some time.
I thought we were finished with that topic.
But then what should we do?
We should talk it through.
Oh my god, enough! All we're doing is talking!
Santa threw up his hands, his voice filled with irritation. I thought I was having a stroke, but no, it says filled with.
Talking won't solve anything! It can't help us find our way out of here! You really sure you want to just sit around? We've only got 7.5 hours left. We already wasted an hour and a half of our 9 hours.
The animation in this game is actually kind of nice, and I like it. Sometimes CG animation can be a little weird, but I think it fits the way they did it in this game. Everyone there was already on the edge of panic. What Santa told them only made it feel more intense. No one was willing to argue this time.
You're right.
Very well then. There's only one way for us to proceed.
Sure not gonna be fun running around knowing we gotta jump when Zero says jump.
Junpei!
Well,
Jumpy.
it's stupid to just sit around here doing nothing.
Well, thanks to Snake's card, at least we have some idea of how this all works.
Correct. And so long as we all follow the rules, we will most likely be all right.
We will most likely.
But
But what?
who's going to go in which door?
Junpei looked toward the numbered doors. June, sorry.
That's right. We can't have any more than 5 people in one door.
I see Jun and immediately say Junpei.
All 8 of us can't go in the same door.
Then it would seem we will have to split up.
Wait.
Lotus looked terrified.
I'm telling you now, there is no way in hell that I'm going into door 5.
Oh, I gotta drink again.
Come on now, don't be selfish.
Call me whatever the hell you want. I'm not going in there.
I'm just gonna keep drinking.
If I'm going to have to walk through all that blood, then I'd rather stay here.
And we were doing so well.
Ace shook his head sadly.
Sorry, but I ain't going in there either. Someone else can go into door 5.
Oh, Santa, not you too.
Hey man, I just bought these shoes. If you think I'm getting some creepy dude's blood all over him, you got another thing coming.
Now, a hot dude's blood, that I would put on my shoes. That was the last straw.
What the hell, man? Weren't you the one who kept saying we should get going? Yeah, so? Doesn't mean I wanted to go into door 5.
Oh, God.
There was an awkward silence. Finally, Seven spoke.
Fine, I'll go into door 5. I can't go in there alone, though. Anyone else willing to come with me?
There was another long silence. This time Snake was the one to break it.
I'll go.
What?
Don't worry. You'll be fine. We may part now, but I'm certain we'll meet again later.
How do you know that?
Because I do.
That's not an answer! If you're going, I'm going too. I'm going into door 5.
What am I going to do with you?
There's nothing you have to do.
Ace stepped forward.
If I join you, the problem is solved, correct? 7 is 7, and Snake is 2. And if you add Clover's 4 and my 1, the digital root will be 5.
7 plus 2 plus 4 plus 1 is 14. The digital root of 14. 1 plus 4 is 5.
I love how they have to clarify every time what the digital root is.
Oh, it works perfectly!
Aw, Clover's animations are so cute. Although I hate her outfit, I love her.
The 4 of us can go into door 5.
Wait. What about the other 4? What's their digital root gonna be?
Junpei did a quick mental calculation.
Lotus, Santa, June, and me.
Ah, yes, his empty can brain.
Our bracelet numbers are 8, 3, 6, and 5. 8, 3, 6, 5. What would our digital root be?
Ah, fuck math. 4.
8 plus 3 plus 6 plus 5 is 22. So, the digital root of 22, 2 plus 2 equals 4.
He repeated what he determined.
It's 4. Add up our 4 bracelet numbers and the digital root is 4.
Then we can go into door 4.
Yeah. Huh. That worked out well.
He's actually thinking out loud, speaking into his thinking can. Junpei just actually carries a small tin can on him that was like for soup or something. And anytime he's just like, wait, I gotta think, he just pulls the can out and talks into it. Oh my god. That's good.
So the team assignments will be like this. 7, Snake, Clover, and Ace, they would go through door 5. Lotus, Santa, June, and me will go through door 4.
Are these really the teams I want? Beyond door 5 is what remains of the 9th man.
A can of Chef Boyardee. Yes,
I want
perfect.
to see that thing again, but something's telling me that it'd be a good idea to examine the corpse, even just a little closer. Of course, if I went through door 5, I wouldn't be going with Lotus and Santa. I could bring June with me through door 5, but that means she'd have to see the body in there. I don't want to put her through that.
Junpei was torn.
Should I stay silent and go through door 4? Or should I stop them and insist on door 5?
As he turned his options over and over in his head, spoke over in his mind, Ace spoke up.
All right then. It seems we've reached a conclusion. Shall we go?
He began to walk toward door 5.
I'm going through door 5.
Clover and Snake followed with 7 a short distance behind.
We're over there too, right, Snake?
The door's not going anywhere. Slow down.
Which door?
Okay, before we decide which door, I'm gonna take a quick bathroom break. So I'm just gonna save. And then put us on the BRB screen, and I'll be back in a couple minutes. Alright. Hello. And back. I have more iced coffee fee with me. Oh, I see. Medi said door 5. I also want to go through door 5. Mostly because I just want to hang out with Snake, my boyfriend. Sorry, not my boyfriend. Junpei's boyfriend. My boyfriend is Santa. Okie dokie. So, all in favor for door 5, say aye. Actually, don't say aye. I'm going through door 5 anyway.
Hey, wait.
Junpei's cry echoed across the room. The 4 people walking toward the door stopped and turned back toward him.
I want to go through door 5 too.
The words were scarcely out of his mouth when June spoke up.
What? What are you saying, Jumpy?
Shut up, June.
If you're going through that door, then I'm going with you.
He turned around to look at her.
No, you can't. I can't take you with me.
Why?
Well, you know what's in there, don't you? Are you sure you want to see that?
Well...
June opened her mouth as if to say something, but instead closed it again and looked at the floor. Junpei felt an ache in his chest at her clear distress, but the choice was not his to make. There was nothing else he could do. Junpei turned away from June, doing his best to silence his turbulent emotions.
Please, let me go into door 5.
7 scratched his head and looked at the young man. Young man. There are leaves on the ground, I said, young man. Eat a leaf off the ground. Hi, Wyra. Welcome back.
Man, now we're right back where we started. You know that?
We're gonna go through door 5.
Junpei's bracelet is number 5, right? If we are going to add Junpei, then we must subtract 5 from the rest of us.
Yeah, that's Clover and Ace. Snake turned to Ace.
Ace, please, take good care of Clover.
Oh, all right. That's fine.
Ace is just like, okay, we're doing this? We're doing this. Okay, I guess. Okay, fine. 1 plus 4 equals 5. Yes, good math, Junpei.
Don't go away!
You need to listen to me, Clover. Go to door 4 with the others.
No!
Don't be so selfish.
Snake's tone was harsh.
Why?
Wait, where'd I put my coffee? There it is. Got my coffee! Tears welled up in Clover's eyes. She bit her lip and did her best to fight them off. Snake's expression softened and he put his arms around Clover. He held her close and whispered into her ear. Hey, little mama, let me whisper in your ear.
You'll be fine. Just relax.
I just spilt coffee on myself because I'm an idiot. It looked as though he whispered 2 or 3 more words, but whatever they were, Junpei didn't hear them. They were, I love you, probably. 'Cause he's a good big brother.
Huh. What did he tell her?
He couldn't help but wonder what the other man had said. Snake pulled back from his sister, his eyes kind and inquiring. What do you mean he has none?
Okay, I understand.
I think it's funny that their way of saying, they're like, getting you to remember that Snake is blind is just making Snake have his eyes closed the entire time. So he's just like, I am not looking, I cannot see. Her voice was barely audible from where Junpei stood. His quote-unquote eyes. Sure, like he has them. You're right, Wyra. He doesn't have eyes. They are closed because there is nothing in the socket. Before long, new teams were assembled.
Let's make sure we've got this straight.
Or gay. Be
Those
inclusive,
going to door
Junpei.
5 are me, 7, and Snake.
In bold.
7 plus 2 plus 5 equals 14, and the digital root of 14, 1 plus 4, is 5. And those going to door 4 are Lotus, Santa, June, Ace, and Clover. 8 plus 3 plus 6 plus 1 plus 4 is 22. And the digital root of 22 is 2 plus 2, 4. We're okay with this.
No problems here.
Yes. Let's do it.
All right, then.
Seven, Snake, and Junpei scan their numbered bracelets in quick succession. The screen of the red showed 3 asterisks. I don't like saying the word asterisks out loud. It makes me feel like I have no tongue.
The lever's all that's left. Okay. All right, then. Let's go.
Junpei glanced around one last time, his hand resting on the lever of the red.
Okay. Please be careful.
Concern was written plainly across her face.
We will.
Junpei looked her in the eye and gave what he hoped was a reassuring nod. He pulled the lever. Kronk. He kronk. 81 seconds to examine a body. That doesn't feel like... No, it's 81 seconds before they blow up, so they could examine the body after they do it. I think, yeah. With a sharp clack of a lock releasing, the door swung open.
And it's open.
Spaghetti time! Yeah, warning for spaghetti description. No pictures, just description. Ahead of them, in a small hallway, were the pitiful remains of the 9th man. Mr. Goofy Kermit himself.
Oh.
That's messed up.
That was the 9th man.
For a moment, Junpei froze. Try as he might, his eyes would not leave the corpse, and his feet would not leave the floor. 7, too, seemed paralyzed. Snake, on the other hand, seemed unconcerned, as he could not see. Well, one thing we know for sure. There is a hand there. Yeah, probably. He walked calmly down the bloody hallway and only stopped when he realized his companions were not following.
Oh.
How can you...
Well, do you intend to kill me? I assume you haven't forgotten the door only remains open for 9 seconds, have you?
He hadn't even bothered to turn around. His head was, at most, slightly cocked toward one shoulder. I mean, yeah, there's no point in him turning his head around. He can't see you.
Sorry.
Let's go!
Junpei and 7 looked at one another, nodded, and threw themselves through the door. As they did, a cold tone sounded from the left wrists of all 3 men. Ah, it's a pink skull. 7 and Junpei looked down at the bracelets. On both of them and Snake's, a red skull had flickered to— That's not red, that's pink.
Damn it! The countdown started!
Just like them Dangan Rampas. They had scarcely processed this information when... With the metallic slam, the numbered door behind them swung shut.
Shit, the door!
There's no turning back now. And if we don't manage to find the deactivation device...
Hey, where is the dead?
The fear and urgency in 7's face reflected what all 3 of them felt.
How the hell should I know?
Stay calm. Look around you.
Okay, I get it.
Junpei spun around, searching desperately for the dead.
Ah!
You found it easily enough. It was on the wall next to the closed door labeled 5.
Found it! Right here!
As he yelled, he struck the scanner with his hand. The other 2 scrambled to follow suit. As soon as they finished, Snake threw the lever down.
Well, it looks like it stopped.
As he spoke, Junpei wiped the sweat from his forehead with a trembling hand.
Goddamn thing's gonna give me a heart attack.
A muscle stood out in 7's neck, and the corners of his mouth were twitching.
Jumpy, are you alright? Are you guys okay?
They could hear anxious voices, muffled but distinct, from the other side of the door.
Yeah, we're fine. The detonators have been deactivated.
They heard relieved sighs, and even through the door, the three men could feel the tension disperse. My eyes are not working.
Alright, we're moving on. Be careful, okay?
Okay.
Sure thing.
And they're gone.
They're gone! They heard footsteps moving away, and before long, they were alone again.
Now.
Junpei looked around.
Doesn't look like we can go any further this way.
The hallway ended roughly 20 or 30 feet from where they stood.
Maybe this wall can be moved. Or not. It's not budging.
This wall could be moved. Seven, are you okay?
Hey, there's a door over there.
To the left, however, was a wooden door that looked positively inviting by comparison. First class. In the middle of it was a plaque that read first class.
A first-class cabin, huh?
Well, it seems like it.
Let's have a look then, shall we?
B-53. Yep. Ah, we got hit by the door.
All right then, let's go.
Yeah.
Without hesitation, Snake opened the door and stepped inside. Seven followed closely behind him. Wait, they ain't gonna examine the corpse. I think we get a second to look at the corpse if we want to. And I absolutely will, but they don't show pictures of the corpse. Junpei moved to follow them as well, but...
Oh.
He stopped just short of the threshold and looked back, not knowing why.
I don't want to look, but...
Lying in the small hallway was a man's body, or at least what was left of it. He tried to avoid looking at the grisly scene, but it just wouldn't leave his mind.
Oh, it's so horrible. I can't even tell what's what.
Behold a man. What had once been a man's internal organs now looked like so much vomit. As though something had chewed up and spit out the better part of his torso. It was hideous, but worse still, it was cruel. It was hard to believe the thing on the floor had once been human. The black pool of thick blood, the lumps of glistening flesh spread across the floor. The awkward, twisted tangle of shredded intestines. The head wrenched to some grotesque, unnatural position.
He'd been wearing these.
I'm sorry, Wyra, but there is no hand. The man's glasses lay next to his head. The lenses were cracked and the frame bent and distorted. And next to the glasses lay a bracelet, the number 9 still displayed on its face. Where'd the hand go? It ran away. Manhook hand car door. You're right, it did. It manhook hand car door.
The bracelet's off. Oh wait, Zero did say.
Lastly, let us discuss how to remove the bracelets. There are only 2 ways to do so. 1. You escape from this ship. 2. More hotly, reaches 0. In other words, once the bracelet is taken outside the confines of the ship, or the backside of the wearer's heartbeat has fallen to 0, it will shut down automatically.
LMAO, put another bracelet on. It like pops off and you're like, let's give it another go, and you put it back on.
The bracelet comes off when you're dead. Oh, but what the hell's the point of getting it off when you end up like this? Oh, just imagining how it must have happened.
Die too. And suddenly, Junpei felt his stomach convulse and a knot of muscle gripped his throat.
Oh god. Oh, I feel like I'm gonna puke. Oh, I gotta get out of here.
He clapped his hand over his mouth and ran to the first-class cabin. It's point-and-click time! Baby! Ah! The atmosphere changed immediately. The room was gorgeous, and despite the apparent age of the ship, none the worse for wear.
Huh. Where did they...
He looked around. Oh, you could see that in the fire. It's a piece of paper. Seven and Snake were nowhere to be seen. It's a vase. There were 2 doors on the right side of the room. He opened the one on his right and went through.
Through here?
This is a cramped-ass hallway. On the other side of the door was a short hallway. He jogged down the hallway, opened the door at the other end, and peeked through. There they were, to his right, busy examining something.
What's up?
He stepped through the door and walked toward them.
Check this out. We found this thing here on the door.
The red light's on. Does that mean it's locked?
So I would assume.
Is there any other way out?
We looked around a little. Other than this door, we didn't find anything.
So you're telling me that unless we can open this door...
Yes. We won't be going anywhere.
Junpei stepped away from the door and looked around the room. This is a very interesting design on the door. I think it's pretty. I wonder how they modeled this, because this is very much like a 3D aspect right here, and then the rest I think is painted on. E.
This looks like a bedroom.
Then the other room is probably a living room. Or the closest you can get to one on a ship.
E. Yes, you're correct, Wyra. That is what I said.
Alright, let's find a way to open this door. Come on, guys!
Seek a way out. Living room right after a dead room. I feel like all houses should have a dead room. Okay, let's go. Door. Doesn't look like there's a keyhole. True, but there's some strange device in lieu of one. So this is the locking thing. It's flashing red. That's usually not a good sign. Is that a microphone? It looks like a satellite dish. Let me see. Well, judging by the feel of it, I would guess that we were meant to produce some sort of sound. And this device will sense it and unlock. Hey! Score plate! Must be miracle workers if he asking us to let him see. Let me see. Just pries his eyes open. It took Junpei by surprise. Snake, usually so calm and collected, suddenly began to move. He stared about the room almost frantically, clearly looking for something. No, listening for something. He can't see. No, Junpei thought, not staring. After all, he's blind. Blind or not, Snake was clearly attempting to do something. At last, Junpei could no longer contain his curiosity.
What's wrong? You got weird all of a sudden.
Snake waited a moment before answering.
I heard something strange.
Something strange?
Ah, well, never mind. It doesn't seem to be anything suspicious. I don't wish to toot my own horn, but my auditory senses are considerably more advanced than those of most humans.
See, this is what I mean. Him and Clover got this alien thing going on. Yes, we are human siblings.
I notice even the slightest of noises.
I can hear the sound of a fly farting. Than most humans. The fact that, yeah, you're right. You're right, Mousehat. The fact that he said humans.
Right. Are you gonna tell me you can hear a needle drop from a mile away?
No. Such a thing would be impossible. However, by listening to the sound of footsteps and breathing, as well as sound echoing off the environment, I can locate most objects.
This man got echolocation. Snake just screams. Like that, the Avatar play, how they did Toph in the Avatar play in the Avatar Fire Kingdom, that one arc, where Toph screamed to echolocate. There, I got a pretty good look at you. Yeah, that scene. God. Fuck. Ember Island players. Yeah.
Oh yeah, that's right. When Clover fell on the big staircase a little while ago, you were at her side immediately.
Bats can't fly backwards.
So that was...
Yes, I could hear it happening. In fact, I can run quite fast. Certainly as fast as you.
I'm a fast runner, too. Snake just sounds like a child boasting right now. It's adorable.
And should someone attempt to start a fight with me, I am quite confident that I could defeat them.
Oh, really?
Junpei was somewhat taken aback by his revelation. Snake, what? Wanna race me? I can beat up your dad. Huey stared at Snake, skeptical.
You don't believe me, do you? Care to give it a try?
No, Snake, you're baby. I would never hit a blind man, unless he was asking for it.
I must warn you, you'll no doubt regret it. Well, I suppose that's enough playing around. Let's resume our search, shall we?
Well, he is kind of asking for it. You're right, Snake is saying, wanna fight? Snake squaring up to Junpei. With a small, self-satisfied smile, Snake turned and walked away from Junpei. Okay. Desk. A white desk. Feels kinda fancy. It's a small round chair. Looks like it probably goes to the vanity. Well, at least we've got light. What? Huh? What the hell, man? It's just a light. Oh, of course. Yagami light. Kita. What's this? This isn't a score. It's a map of the ship. Yeah, Twitch emotes, like the smiley face ones. I think you could turn them off. You have the option in the chat. Maybe the frequency of the bulb is off, like you could tell like you can tell where you are by the hertz. That would be wild. A map? There's a map of the ship here? Yeah. Then I imagine it will prove very helpful. You best hold on to it. Yep. Obtain map. Map screen. The map screen can only be viewed during the story sections. While on the map screen, you can examine a map of the ship's floor plan, which you will acquire over the course of the story. Clicking the green parts on the floor plan will allow you to see a bird's eye view of that room. Oh, okay. So that's what I get right now. Nice. A piano keyboard. What is Snake doing? He can't play, can he? The piano, there's something amiss with the keys. You mean it's out of tune or something? No, not that. It's properly tuned, just... Well, the sounds are clearly purposefully different. The C key doesn't yield to C, but rather a different note entirely. The same goes for the D keys. They play some other note. Huh. Why do you think it's like that? Isn't it painfully obvious? Zero modified it in some way. This piano, you see, is part of one of the puzzles Zero has set for us. Perhaps if we played the keys in the correct order, something will happen. In other words, we need to play a song on the piano. I believe so. Firm. It's totally a table with a mirror. Ah yes, you know that sort of thing is known as a vanity. Were you aware of that, Junpei? Junpei's dumb, but he's not stupid. Of course, vanity also refers to self-love, conceit, and narcissism. Snake, are you a middle school boy who just learned a bunch of new things and wants to seem smart in front of someone you like? He's fucking- wait, no, Snake is mansplaining this. Oh my god, Snake, how could you? As such, you could say that every day when a woman looks into one of these, she is staring at her own conceit and narcissism. Doesn't that strike you as terribly sad? This boy read the story of Narcissus and took it to heart. Snake, you're projecting. The lights are lit. Okay, okay, I think that's it for this room for now. Hey, it's lit. Okay, then I'm gonna go through this door. Ooh. Another one. Another score plate. Yes. Yes, well this feels like glass. A rectangle of glass. Transparent, I presume? I can feel something printed on the surface. What is it? A sheet of music with some C notes on it. What about this one? I see, this feels like glass. A rectangle plate of glass. We're just handing shit to Snake like, hey, guess what this is? Hey, can you tell me what this is? Is there something written on the surface? Yeah, it's a sheet of music with a couple of A notes. Just A's? Yeah, that's it. Kinda weird, huh? This safe is locked. It's one of those dial locks. It doesn't have a key. We just need to get the dials to the right place and it'll open. Did you find anything, Seven? Nope. How about you, Snake? I also found nothing. A leather suitcase. There's nothing inside. I can tell by the weight, and it makes no noise when shaken. It's a leather suitcase. Unfortunately, there's nothing inside. Okay, let's go through here. There's a bath. The bathtub is full of water. Is there ash or something in this water? It looks kind of gray. Let's just pull the plug. No, hold on. Maybe we can, I don't know, use it for something? Use it for something? I love how, like, dialogues in visual novels just go on and on. It's very amusing to me. Well, that sink's clean. Any water? Nothing's coming out. We've got the faucet on all the way, but I can't hear anything. And there we are in the mirror. What a pair. A college kid and a terrifying giant of a man in a beanie. He's seen Saw? Yeah, he's definitely seen some Saw movies. Stuck in a cramped bathroom. With this beast of a man. Junpei. What would my parents say? Junpei, no. Huh? Something wrong, Junpei? You looked real sad all of a sudden. No, nothing. It's a light switch. Nothing happens when I press it. This is some sort of antique desk. Makes sense though, I guess this whole room's full of antiques. You could get a nice handful of cash for all the stuff in here. Yeah, probably. That was totally a Resident Evil hallway. Yeah, it kind of did have that vibe. God, Resident Evil games. They sure are something. I haven't played one because actually playing a game where I have to worry about not dying, I'm very bad at them. I get super anxious. Somebody spent a lot of time carving the legs of this chair. It'll snap like a twig if Seven sits on it, though. Hey, don't be mean. Mind your own business. Yeah. Shut up, Junpei. It's a heavy piece of paper that's been folded in half. It says score printed on the front of it. Score. That's gotta be musical score. If that's true, then the score we just found was probably in here. At least at some point. It's a sconce. There's a couple lights on the wall here. It's a chair. There's a cover for a musical score. I was sitting on the table. Yeah, I know. There's an iron grate in front of the fireplace. There's something behind it. Okay, so I have to figure out how to... Oh, okay. There's a couch. Looks just big enough for 3 people. Looks perfect for me. What? Perfect for an elegant gentleman like myself. The couch looks a lot more elegant. Hey, there's something you aren't saying. Junpei, why are you being so mean? Junpei, shut the fuck up. I love Seven. He probably gives great hugs. I get it. You're gonna use this vase, right? Yes. That's pretty clever, Junpei. We just gotta fill this thing with water. Got vase. Looks like a vase. Maybe you could use that. Yeah. Which door did we come from? Yeah, here we go. The bathtub's full of gross, cloudy water. Alright. Shouldn't be too hard to fill this vase up. Vase filled with water! Man, this water's dirty. Can't see more than 4 inches or so. I can't see anything down there. Do you think... Think what? Damn, okay, just empty the bathtub. And now we can... I've got a vase filled with water. It's heavy. I can't just throw it at the grate, though. I gotta pour the water right onto the fire itself. Okay. What's in this? Oh, there's another score. Awesome. Score plate. Gee. It's a rectangular piece of glass. You can see right through it. It has a couple of G notes written on it. Huh, I wonder what that means. Do I have... No, I don't think I have all of them yet. Do I have? Combine? Oh, no, I can't. Okay. This is a suitcase made of leather, the color of rich mahogany. Well, shoot. Looks like there's nothing in it. Okay. Then there's still this door? Oh, that's the toilet. The toilet. Doesn't seem to be anything in the toilet or the tank. Shit. Nothing strange going on here. Toilet paper? There's some toilet paper on the wall there. Nothing that looks suspicious. Okay, are there... An antique vanity. There's nothing in the drawer. Shit. Yep, totally empty. Okay, well, I need a screwdriver? A bed with a canopy. I've seen things like this in movies and stuff, but never in real life. True, you don't see too many of these days. I can't see the details, obviously, but I imagine it's one of those princess beds Clover is so fond of. Clover wants one of these. I kind of want a bed with a canopy as well, just because then I could have like a little bed cave, but at the same time, canopies are very scary because then you can't see out of it when you have all the what are the curtains drawn? Yeah. Yes. She wants a princess bed. Didn't I say that? You think it doesn't suit her? Snake, you wanna fight? Snake is just ready to fuck someone up. Yes, I guess you could say that. Junpei, judge her by her appearance, will you? And well, you should not. Yeah, Junpei, come on, don't be rude. Okay, so... White desk. Feels kind of fancy. Okay, what am I missing? Lamp, An old-fashioned desk. Adds a little class to the room. There's score on the paper. I guess you could put sheet music in it. Let's see if I can combine action. Nope. No. A fireplace, huh? Don't see one of those too often. Aren't a lot of people these days with real fireplaces and real fires. I think there's something in the back of the fireplace behind the fire. Right, buddy, do it. Do what? Come on, it's not hard to figure out. You serious? Throw that shit on there. Okay, I'll take this out now. Sorry, it's time to put this fire out. Oh, I just wasn't clicking on the right thing. Alright, about time, buddy, let's do it. Here we go. Good job. Another success. That fire didn't stand a chance. I feel like the fire's gone out. Just get that thing out of it. Alright, I'll just pull this out now. Don't want to get burned, so let's pull down the sleeves. Score plate, okay. So then we should be able to, as Junpei tucked the plate into his pocket. Seven cried out and stumbled, his balance lost. He threw out a hand and caught the wall in time to steady himself and avoid the floor, but his face was flushed and he looked startled.
Hey, Seven. What the hell was that? Are you alright?
Yeah, I'm fine. I just felt a little dizzy, that's all.
Oh, funky flu going around. They got the funk flu. Seven rubbed a couple of fingers across his brow and then shook his head as if to clear it.
What the hell is wrong with me? First memory loss, now I'm getting dizzy for no reason.
Nah, he got the amnesia. He got good old-fashioned Danganronpa amnesia.
Memory loss?
Junpei couldn't hide the surprise in his voice. Seven, for his part, seemed unconcerned.
Oh, yeah, I guess I didn't tell you, huh? I told the rest of them before we ran into you on the stairs. I told them I couldn't remember a damn thing from before I woke up. Didn't realize I hadn't told you.
Whoa, wait a minute. You're talking about amnesia, right?
Yeah.
I guess so.
Well, why are you an amnesiac? What happened to you?
You don't just ask people why they're an amnesiac. They don't remember, Junpei. Stupid.
I wouldn't really be one, would I?
Yeah. Why?
Oh, yeah, I guess that's true.
Junpei's so dumb. Junpei paused for a moment and stared at Seven.
Are you telling the truth?
Huh?
Well, you look pretty calm for somebody who doesn't remember anything.
I mean, he doesn't remember anything to be worried about, so like, why wouldn't he be calm?
If you've really got amnesia, shouldn't you be like upset or confused or something?
Well, sure. I mean, I was pretty confused when I woke up down on D-Deck. But that was a while ago. I've had some time to get used to it. After a while, I figured it wasn't worth the trouble of worrying about it.
I wonder what being an amnesiac feels like.
After all, why worry about something I can't change?
Right? Yeah.
Well, people usually don't stay amnesiacs forever. I figure it'll work itself out eventually.
But that's it?
That's it. Alright, that's enough talking for now. Let's get back to work.
Seven gave Junpei a look. The younger man wasn't sure how to interpret and turned to walk away.
How are you fine with something like that?
I mean, there's a lot bigger things to be worrying about right now, Junpei. Somehow, though, Junpei didn't find his reassurances very reassuring. Okay, let's see if we can put everything in here. It says score on the paper. I guess you put sheet music in it. Or wait, can we combine? Nope. It's a ceramic plate of some kind. Looks like a blank sheet of music. Okay, let's just go back to... Oh wait, that's the wrong door. Didn't we come out of that door? No point going back there. All that's out there are locked numbered door and a dead body, or what's left of it. Yeah. Oop. Okay, it's... Yeah. A music stand. Might as well put the music I found on it. I'll put the ceramic plate on the bottom. And the glass plates on top. Wait a minute. What's wrong? Well, I put them all on top of each other, but they look odd. It doesn't really look like a song. In all likelihood, we haven't found them all. We need to find more glass plates. Okay, I'm guessing then that there's another one here. It's a safe with a dial lock on it. We won't be able to open it until we know the right numbers. What else? What else? Looks like it probably goes to the vanity. Already looked at the bed. Already looked at the vanity. Bathroom? Right. Can we pull the plug? The water's filthy. If there's anything under it, I sure can't see it. Still, if I want to be sure. There we go. There's a plug at the end of the chain. Alright, why don't we just drain this water? Yeah, good plan. Alright, where's that thing? A good tug ought to be good enough to get it out. Huh? There we go. Yay. Found them all. Let's put them on here. And then stack them up. Alright. Sweet. Hell yeah. Now we can play the music. Junpei, would you be so kind as to play the piano? I am unable to, you see. I'm sure I needn't tell you, but the keys on this piano are not what you might expect them to be. C won't be C, D won't be D, and so forth. You must listen carefully to determine which keys to strike. Do you understand? Yeah. Alright, let's give this a shot. Ah, fuck. Ah, fuck, okay. Let's see which one matches up. Mozart could do it. No, okay, that's up. That. Nope. This. That. Nope, okay. Oh, wait. No, fuck. Danganronpa announcement. It is. It is the Danganronpa announcement. Wait. Oh, that's that. Okay, oops. This is a school announcement. I did it! God, that was so much harder than it should have been. And we're done. Music is not my forte. Wait, what was that noise? Yay, we unlocked the door. Junpei, we did it. Looks like it worked. I heard something unlock over by the exit. Let's go. Yee, good plan. Stand, bow, be seated. Well, I guess he hasn't forgotten that. At least Snake thinks it's funny. Yes, I suppose that was the classroom bell, wasn't it? I don't imagine that's what Zero was thinking of, however. No, Zero almost certainly meant to suggest Westminster, not middle school. Westminster? The palace in London that plays host these days to the Houses of Parliament. Wow, you've heard of Big Ben, the famous clock tower, yes? Never heard of it, sounds fake. Big Ben plays that very collection of notes on the hour. London. The capital of England, huh? At any rate, the door is now unlocked. Let's leave this place immediately. Let's go! Alright, let's go. You found it! He came out of the door and into a long, straight hallway.
Another hallway? Hmm?
I mean, boats, like hotels, have a lot of just random hallways. Wait, what about the dial? Yeah, we don't have the actual number for the dial. I assume we can find it later and come back. He paused for a moment and turned around to look behind him.
That should do it.
Seven was bent over, apparently doing something to the door.
What's he up to?
Junpei had spoken more or less to himself, but apparently Seven had heard anyway. The large man stood up and turned to Junpei.
I was just putting one of those plates in there. It ought to keep the door from locking again.
Yee, so we could go back.
Now we can come back here anytime we want, right?
Yee, if we find a dial code or something, we could come back.
Ah, why would you want to come back here?
Snake was a reasonable one. Seven thought about it for a moment before he answered. Or if we want the bracelet. Yeah, I mean, I don't think we could use the bracelet again, though.
I might like to play a little piano.
Piano?
Piano. B-I-T-C-H. What's that spell? Piano.
Come on, let's get moving. We aren't out of this yet.
Without waiting for an answer, Seven started off down the hallway.
Well then.
Snake shrugged, sighed, and quietly followed Seven. That's a lie, Junpei thought to himself.
Can't say I could ever imagine Seven playing the piano.
Don't be mean.
He couldn't use the piano in there anyway. The keyboard's a mess.
Don't be mean, Junpei.
But
Seven's
why would
wonderful.
he want to leave the door unlocked then? I have no clue.
Hey, wait for me!
No. Junpei frowned, took one last look at the door, and then walked away towards his companions. After some time in the hallway, they emerged into a larger, more open area.
Whoa, a metal grate?
A large metal grate like the door of a jail divided it in half.
Why is this thing...
Why are you trying to... Junpei, why are you trying to remove a metal grate? You are small man. Small lesbian. They shook it for a while, but as they had expected, it did not move.
Figures.
Are those elevators over there?
A lave-toi.
No way to know if they're working or not from here.
Oh, there's a door just to the left of this grate.
It's funny, there's this video I have somewhere on my phone of like when I went to the art history museum in Chicago. At the time I was in a wheelchair, so like my friends from my art class, we had gone as like a big art group to the museum. We all went together, and at one point in the video we're just going up to the elevator and I said this is one of those interactive exhibits, is it? An lave-toi, is that what it's called? And just in the video you hear somebody say, shut the fuck up. I thought he was really funny. Unfortunately, however, it was locked and refused to open.
Sounds like it's locked.
Yep.
Junpei took a moment to examine the left side of the room.
Stairs leading down.
They're blocked by the grate, though.
But this here seems accessible.
Sounds like it's locked and refuses to open.
So we can open it?
Nah,
It's
I
a
think
woman.
Locked too. Look.
It's Venus? I think. In the center of the door was a small keyhole. Next to the keyhole, a small symbol had been carved into the metal.
What's this mark? The female symbol.
Yeah, I think it's a symbol of Venus. My first instinct was Mercury, but that might just be the poison. Well, I thought Venus because Aphrodite, Venus was a woman. I don't actually know anything about astrology. I wasn't quite sure what to make of it. Snake naturally was somewhat more sure.
Ah, the Venus symbol, I imagine.
Ah, I was right.
Do you recall the similar symbols near the large central stairway? They reference many of the solar bodies.
Oh, that's right.
Yay, thank you. A lot of these, like, Japanese visual novel mystery games use astrology in them, which I think is, like, a very interesting thing. Just, like, common theme in a lot of them for, like, just, like, clues in a mystery. Like, oh, this is connected to this because of astrology. And me knowing nothing about astrology, I'm just like, why?
The sun, Saturn, and Earth.
So, as you can see, that one is likely.
Not the woman symbol, but a Venus symbol.
Venusaur.
So I assume.
That's a Pokemon, right? I don't actually know anything
Where's
about
7?
Pokemon. While they had been discussing the symbols, Junpei now realized 7 had slipped away. His absence now felt. Snake and Junpei turned to look for their
There
missing
he is,
companion.
down that hallway.
Final evolution of Bulbasaur. Ah! Bulbasaur's cute. He's just a little bulb. And a turtle. A turtle bulb. 7 had left them to head down the hallway extending to the right of the stairs. Frog bulb. Oh, frog bulb. Yeah, I can see it. Got that wide frog mouth.
This way, Snake. Follow me.
Did you know that frogs fart out of their mouths? And that's why, that's what some of their, like, those screaming frog videos where they're just like, pew, pew. A lot of that is just because they're farting. Junpei grabbed Snake to lead him in the right direction, and they both headed off after 7. They also drink from their skin. Yeah! Toads are fun to hold. They're real bumpy. Before long, the 3 of them stood in front of a door.
I wonder if this door will...
It was a French door.
How about that? It opens.
It was a French door. Oui, oui. Door. Junpei tested the door and realized that, unlike so many others that they'd encountered, it was unlocked. Almost as though he was afraid it would suddenly lock itself, Junpei threw the door open. He stepped inside.
Oh, wow.
It took only a moment for Junpei to take in his new surroundings.
Is this some kind of casino?
Resident Evil vibes from the doors opening. Yeah, it does. Just like, because it opens all the way completely, and you're like, that's not how people open doors usually.
Sure looks like one.
Before Junpei could comment further, a noise from behind made him turn around. Snake was shaking the door they'd just come through.
Well, this is troubling.
What is this? What is this? I had a ball, some shorts, and a cat hand reaching. As 7 and Junpei watched, he threw up his hands in frustration and then kicked the door for good measure.
It seems we are once again locked in.
There was no reason to panic, however.
Even if that door was open, it's not like we had anywhere to go that way.
I mean, you're right, but still, it's troubling.
So we must find another exit then.
Alright, guys, let's split up and search this room. Come on, no dawdling, let's go. Quickly now.
Quickly now. Spurred to action by Seven's words, Junpei and Snake began to examine the room. Seek a way out. Ain't it a pole? Okie dokie. That's a lot of expensive glasses. Even cheap drinks would taste great out of glasses like these. A playing card. Ooh, it's a 4 of spades. Okay. It's 4 of spades. Yep. Booze. Well, will you look at that? Someone left a bottle of booze here. For me? Don't mind if I do. Glug. Jesus, he's just drinking it. Glug, glug, glug. Oh, it's the spot. 7. Feels like my throat's burning. Drinking in a murder game? I mean, we think he's probably an adult. Damn, he really drank it. We don't even know how long it's been there. I mean, it probably won't kill him. Actually, I'm going back there. Was there? There's something on the counter. Looks like a card. A playing card. Another one. 7. 7 of spades. This counter's pretty well polished. Okay. There's a whole lot of glasses on that shelf. Doesn't look like there's anything else back there, though. Okay. Chairs. Oh, another one. 5. Guessing I'm using these for digital roots. There's nothing on the table anymore. Okay. These look like mahjong tables? I may be wrong. Okay, yeah. Okay, yeah, I'm probably gonna have to... Suddenly 7 began to speak. Nice, a few more and we could have a straight flush. I've never actually played poker before. Actually, that's a lie. I've played poker once, and someone tried to teach me the rules, but it didn't make sense to me, so I never learned.
Ah, Baccarat. You ever played Junpei?
Junpei shook his head. He'd barely even heard of the game.
No, never.
Alright then, how about I explain the rules to you a bit?
Thank you, please.
See, Baccarat is kind of an unusual game. You've got the banker and the player. The whole point is that you guess which one's gonna win. And whether the banker or the player wins, it all depends on their hands. The way each hand works is different from other games too. See, you take the number from the ones place after you add up the value of all your cards.
Digital root.
Whoever gets the number closest to 9 wins. If your number is smaller than your opponent's, you lose. And that's it. That's the explanation. Got it? Well, actually, there's a lot more to it. Strategy, details, that sort of stuff. But what I just told you sums up the core of the game pretty well. The single digit of the sum of all the cards you have. The strongest hand is a 9. And the weakest hand is a 0. You just ignore the number in the 10 spot.
Oh, okay, so you... Oh, not digital root. Gotcha.
You get it?
Yeah, that makes sense.
Yeah.
Kind of. He hadn't been asked for it, but Seven's explanation, rushed though it had been, was helpful.
Well, maybe half of it. Enough. I got a chance at winning the game if I played now.
However, we have no way of knowing if the puzzle in the Baccarat table makes use of those rules, and if it does, in what manner.
Then I guess we try everything.
Feeling more confident, if only slightly, Junpei approached the Baccarat table. Okay, so I think we're trying to get an 8. I can see the playing card behind the thick glass case. It's the 8 of spades. Hey, 7, are we really supposed to play Baccarat? It's a Baccarat table, what the hell else would we do? I mean, you're right. I mean, it has a 9 in the rules, so you're right. Stop worrying about it. It's real simple. What's the opponent's hand? Well, there's an 8 in the glass case. Alright, then that's your opponent's number. And if that's the case, what 3 cards do we need to get that number? 3 cards? There are a couple of indentations with white lines around them, right? Those mean we gotta put down 3 cards. So, these 3 cards here and defeat the opponent's 8. That's what I've gotta do, I guess. Yeah, I think so. Something tells me those aren't the only rules. Alright, let's give it a shot. Before I start, I'd make sure I've got the rules straight. There are 3 empty indentations, I just gotta pick a card and play it. I figure if I put them in the right spot, something ought to happen. Let's give this a try. Okay, let's see if we can make 8. Okay. 3. 4. 4, 5, 6, 7. I'm just putting cards in. I don't think... Okay, I just gotta pick a card and play it, I figure. Okay, so... 5. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 7. I think you get 4 or a 5 at the moment. Yeah. I think we need to find more cards. Okay. Let's see if there's anything. This is a square table. It looks like a mahjong. Yeah, it is a mahjong table. Do you play mahjong, 7? Maybe? I don't remember exactly, but I do remember a couple hands and some of the rules, so I figure I must have played it at some point. Excellent. Once we've vacated this vessel, I should like to play a game with you. Can you, play? As long as you tell me which tiles I am eliminating, yes, I believe I have at least enough skill to defeat an amateur. Jesus. However, I must ask you to remove the red tiles when we play. Oh, stained glass. Check out all that stained glass. How beautiful. What? Huh? Stained glass is colored pieces of glass placed together in a frame. As I've said many times before, I need only touch it to know. I can at least discern the basic structure. Okay, what the fuck are these things? It says 1 on the plate. Coin slot. I've got symbols for heart, spade, and diamond here. The drawer that used to be with money. It's locked tight. I can't get it open. What's this? Yeah. Let me go over here. Oh. I have to get a 9. Here's the card slot. Looks like we need to put a playing card in here. Oh, I have to put the 8 in here. Yeah, I have to put the 8 in there to get 9. It's not working, so it would seem. I'm shocked and appalled that guessing at a random has not yielded better results. Yeah. Okay, so I need a 6 in order to do that. Plate says 3. Slot machine is pretty old-fashioned design. It looks well-tamed. Okay. I don't see anything suspicious. Gotcha, gotcha, gotcha. Oh, right, I forgot to look over here. There's firewood. What are these? Oh. Wait, when those 2 lights turned on, I heard something from the bottom of the fireplace. What was that? Oh, maybe I got some coins. Oh, there's a card right here. It's a 6! Yeah! 6 of spades. Awesome. Oh, a bag of coins. There are a whole bunch of coins stuffed into this velour bag. Look at all these coins. Look at all those chickens. Perhaps these coins will allow us to use those machines. Yeah! Let's try them. I could have just hit the other way. Okay, let's try. Got symbols for heart, spade, and diamond here. Let's put 1 in the slot. Alright, let's put a coin from that bag in here. What happened? I heard an odd noise. Well, to be honest, I don't know. I pressed some sort of buttons and smacked the machine once or twice, but nothing happened. Oh. Looks like the coin got stuck. Oh dear. Coins are stuck. Don't think this machine's gonna work anymore. This machine won't be working anymore. Gotcha. I have to try another one. Alright, let's drop this coin in the coin slot. Come on, you little bastards. I only need one of you. Okay. Spin. Spade. Diamond. Heart. Right? Yeah. 777, yes. 777, and I think I heard something unlocking in there. Impressive, Junpei. It would appear to be unlocked now. There was something akin to a drawer in the bottom part of this machine, yes? This is a pickup drawer for a dividend. Probably the lock for the drawer got unlocked. Please open it if you would. Yay, a card and a key. Yes. Is there something in there? Yeah, a playing card. And this, a key with the Venus symbol on it. Awesome. Excellent. So that means we could go through that gate back there. Yeah. Then we just need to figure out how to get out of this room. Correct. Okay. As for the card, let's go back to the Baccarat table. I believe we need to make a digital... Yeah, the digital root of 8. Okay, so let's try it again. Okay, hey Junpei. You just asked me, are we really supposed to play Baccarat, right? Yeah. Well, I was thinking, and you might be right. See, in Baccarat, players calculate their score by taking the sum of all 3 cards they've got and just playing using the single-digit numbers. Just ignore the stuff in the tens place, is what I'm saying. But this game seems a little different. Yeah, it's probably a digital root. You have the cards to win and tie. Yeah, I'll bet it uses the digital root. So you can take the sum of your 3 cards and your play is the digital root of your card. In other words, we'll win if the digital root of the sum of 3 cards is larger than 8. Alright, let's give that a shot. Before I start, I better make sure the rules right. Yep, I just gotta pick the card and play it. Figure out... Alright, let's give this a try. Okay. Woohoo! Woohoo! Woo! Okay, so I need the digital root to equal 9. So... I have no memory of this puzzle. That is fair. I'm pretty sure there's 6 in it. Okay, I'm pretty sure 6 and 7 are both in it. So that gives you... It gives you, 13 for... First 3 for regular Baccarat, last 3 for digital root. Yeah. So then 4 plus... Is this it? Yes, I did it. 5, 6, 7. Awesome. Alright, if I just put down these 3 cards... Yes, open for me. Hell yeah, I got the 8. You think it's telling us to take the 8 card? Come on, let's grab it. Yes, give me the 8 card. Alright, let's take this card. Yay! Can I take these cards back? The 3 cards are there, they're stuck. They won't be going anywhere anytime soon. Okay. Hopefully, I do not need those cards. Yes. And I can do this. I can put the 8 there. Open. Okay, oh, and alright, opened up. It seems we have another device to contend with, yes. There are 3 slots in this one. Oh, I gotta equal 9. Let's see. 3 slots for cards. And there's a 9 right below them. So that's probably I mean, we gotta make 9 with 3 cards, yes. Just like what we did at the Baccarat. Alright, let's give it a shot. Yeah. There we go. So that means we have no more cards. What happens now? The door unlocked. Yes. Hell yeah. Excellent work. Wonderful. It seems like the exit is unlocked. Let's go. Hell yeah. Let's get out of here. I hate how the doors open. It just doesn't feel like how a person would actually open a door. Junpei and his companions ran out of the casino and into a large open room. A room, in fact, that they had been in once before. That was little surprise to them. They already know what their next step had to be. The iron gate still stood in place, locked tight, blocking the stairway, and right in the center of it,
The keyhole with the Venus symbol. The Venus key should work here.
wouldn't it be funny if it... Wow, that is a very complicated key right there, huh? Damn. Damn, if only somebody had a lockpick. Wasting no time, he pulled it out and shoved it into the keyhole. He turned it. With the distinctive sound of metal on metal, he felt the lock click open. I really want to learn how to pick a lock, just because it sounds like it would be fun.
It sounds like it did. All right, let's get this thing open.
No problem. Let me help with this one.
Junpei grabbed the handle to the left side and Seven took the handle on the right. On Junpei's signal, they both pushed and the gate creaked open.
It sounds as though you have opened it.
Depending on the lock, you can bypass lock picking entirely. Yeah, like how some people learned how to pop locks open with cards. It's really interesting, actually.
We should be able to reach C deck now, I imagine.
Who's that one guy on, I think, YouTube that just, he picks apart really complex locks? I don't remember his name, but the comment sections of those videos are always funny because people are always dissing the locks.
Snake, are you gonna be alright? I mean, the stairs.
Lockpicking lawyer, yeah, has a lot of very entertaining videos. I've seen a couple of them before and they're pretty neat.
Please, do not do yourself the embarrassment of underestimating me. I would be unlikely to trip even if I were running backwards.
Wow, Snake, you really are boastful, huh?
Good to hear.
You really... Snake really is just a middle school boy trying to impress his crush. At Seven's words, they leapt onto the stairs and jogged quickly down them. In no time at all, they found themselves on C deck.
Everything looks okay here.
We should check the next deck down, just in case.
When he reached the water, he called back up to Snake and Seven.
Just what I thought. D-deck is completely underwater.
Just like the bottom of the central staircase.
The surface of the water below them was flat like a mirror.
I'm just glad the water level hasn't changed much.
Back to the C deck then.
Now, how about we check out what's here?
They began searching around and taking stock of what was on C deck.
There are 2 elevators over there, which means it's probably the same upstairs.
There's a card reader between them.
I think this one is the Mercury symbol?
And another weird mark.
Hey, check it out. It's the symbol for Lotus.
What?
See? It's got the woman symbol, and then it's got the devil horns, right?
Junpei, stop being a jerk.
Yeah, I see it. No two ways about it. That was a pretty good one, kid.
Damn, he just slapped the shit out of Junpei. Seven tussled Junpei's hair in what he likely thought to be a friendly manner. Junpei feared his neck might break, and even though it was clear Seven had kept his strength as check. I love Seven.
Oh, would you watch it, man? Whew, that hurts. You're gonna break my neck.
What are you talking about? The human body ain't that weak.
Junpei's is.
Maybe this'll toughen you up, huh?
If we were looking for a devil, we've got one right here.
God damn, don't be rude, Junpei. Thankfully, Snake interrupted. After Junpei's observation, he'd gone over to examine the card reader.
This is a Mercury symbol.
Yeah, Mercury, yeah. So, Lyra, you weren't completely wrong about Mercury. Mercury's just Venus with horns.
The marks you mistook for horns are a stylized version of the wings and staff of Hermes.
Ooh.
Wings and a staff. Huh.
That's cool.
So then, she beats you with the staff until you die and go to heaven.
No.
Sounds like Lotus, alright.
I mean, I don't know. Stop making women jokes, Junpei. Seven shook Junpei's head even more vigorously. Is that what this screen is? This is just his brain jangling around. And the younger man began to feel as though his brain was being jostled around inside of his skull.
7. Oh, that's too much. Oh, my head.
Junpei's stomach began churning uncomfortably.
Oh, I think I'm gonna puke.
Unless we can activate this device, I doubt the elevator will function.
Seven just turned Junpei's head into a blender.
In other words, we gotta find a key card with a Mercury symbol on it.
So I would assume.
Let's forget the elevators for right now. How about that hallway to the left?
Rattling the the single brain cell around in a microwave. Microwave?
Whoa,
Blender.
there's a bunch of doors.
Many doors. There are a great many doors lining both sides of the hallway. They seemed to stretch on forever, and all three men suddenly felt very small.
Ah, shit. We're not gonna have enough time to check all these, are we?
Maybe we can come back here later. We should check out the other side. Let's head back.
Very much like a hotel in that it feels endless and like you're in a different dimension. To the right of the stairs, another hallway stretched out, reaching deep into the bowels of the ship.
We're right this time.
After a few moments of moving briskly down the hallway, they emerged into an area roughly the same size and shape of the one on top of the one at the top of the stairs. On the left side of the room were 4 French doors.
There are doors here too. Well, I guess it's just 4 this time.
Let's open them up, starting with the closest one there.
Okay, I'm on it.
Junpei nodded and grabbed the one closest to him. He gave it a small tug and felt it move.
Huh, it isn't locked. I'm going to open it.
Thrilled to have found another unlocked door, he threw it open. Junpei didn't know what to make of what he saw.
What?
Oh, what? Okay, so these look like a bunch of beds. That's a dining table. These are carts. Yeah, doors 8 and 7. So obviously we're going to be meeting up with everybody soon. Oh, 3 as well. 3, 7, 8. He simply stood, unable to speak. That one is not marked.
Huh.
7's eyes opened wide and his mouth gaped. After a few moments, 7 had at least managed to speak.
Hey, what is this place? It's so huge and empty.
A massive room stretched out in front of them. More a cavern than a room. Its vastness was oppressive, and it bore down on 7 and Junpei. Fuck, this ship is huge. This is like a Titanic ship, I guess. It was not empty, however. The entire room was filled with lines upon lines of beds. There were simple things, little more than pipe and thin mattresses.
Oh, there are beds everywhere.
After consulting his thinking can, Junpei concluded they arrived in the library. God damn it.
Is this a hospital? The harsh scent in the air is reminiscent of antiseptic solution.
Oh, huh.
I think so. There are shelves in the center of the room with medicine and surgical tools.
Hey, look there. The 4 doors at the end.
3 of them were emblazoned with large single digit numbers made with thick red paint.
The left door says 3. The second door is blank, but the third has a 7. And the rightmost door is 8. There's no doubt. They're numbered doors.
Hey, why is that door between 3 and 7 blank? Does that mean anything?
Maybe.
No point worrying about it right now. Let's see if these will open first.
Yeah, good idea.
The 3 of them threaded their way through the beds and toward the back of the room. Upon reaching them, they proceeded to investigate each door in turn, but to no avail. I mean, yeah, they're numbered doors. Okay, that's interesting that that one won't open.
Yep, locked. Just like I thought.
Naturally. After all, there are rules to the nonary game. And to allow these doors to open easily would violate those rules.
Thank you, Mr. Rule Man.
Unless we can authenticate ourselves with the red, the numbered doors will...
Whoa, whoa, check this out.
Suddenly, Seven spoke up, interrupting Snake.
Look at the red. There's nothing on it.
Huh?
Don't you remember the red back at the main staircase?
Oh yeah, they said vacant
There
before.
wasn't anyone in it. It said vacant on the little screen, remember?
Okay, so then we must be waiting for the other people to arrive to this area.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, you're right.
Because, I mean, we wouldn't be able to get through
This
these doors anyways. Because our digital route equals 5.
There's nothing.
Right. You think it's broken?
Only one way to find out.
No, nothing.
Junpei and the others put their hands on the panel, but nothing happened. The red refused to change. They tried pulling the lever and still nothing. As they soon discovered, it wasn't only the red on the door 8 that seemed to be malfunctioning.
How about the red on door 7? And door 3?
I didn't think all of them would be malfunctioning.
What does it mean?
It means that we're waiting for everybody else to arrive. You guys wouldn't have been able to get through these doors anyway.
They've gotta be broken.
Nope.
Man, that bastard. I didn't think Zero was the kind of guy who'd screw around with something like this.
No, he's not. He's just waiting.
Whoa, whoa. Zero's been prepared for everything so far, and you're saying he's gonna make a mistake now?
Well, that's the only thing I can think of. This thing ain't working at all.
It's because none of your digital route will equal any of those numbers. So that's why they're not working. While Junpei and Seven talked, Snake busied himself with examining the red. After a time, he lowered his hands and spoke.
It seems as if some of the internal hardware has been removed.
Internal hardware?
That is what I said. Take a look at the underside of this red, if you please.
The bottom?
Junpei obliged and bent over to look at the underside of the device. Snake takes the opportunity and kicks Junpei hard in the ass.
Huh, there's a thin slot here.
Oh yeah, there is.
I think it's a slot for something.
I mean, you did say
Probably
slot.
electronic.
The other 2 reds are the same. Something's been removed from all 3 of them.
I get it. So the reds aren't working because somebody pulled out their guts.
I mean, that's one way to say it.
So I assume.
But why?
It's so that you can't move forward until everybody arrives. Junpei, come on, use your brain.
And who? I mean, it really doesn't make sense.
I have no idea. Why on earth would I know something like that?
Maybe because you act all pompous like you know everything. Just then, they heard the sound of a door opening. Yeah, it's the others.
What now?
Three of them turned and saw Akane. Oh, it is that extra door. Oh no, Junpei thought it's...
June!
She stopped short, surprised to see them, and was very nearly bowled over by the rest of her companions who were coming through the door behind her.
Ace! Santa! Clover! And Lotus!
Guess everyone's here.
Junpei and Seven were, for the moment, at a loss for words.
What are you guys doing?
Why are you...
That's my line?
Perhaps we should exchange information.
After a moment of silence and surprise, everyone suddenly began to talk, desperate to exchange information. They talked about the rooms they'd been through and how they'd ended up in the same place. Of course, none of it was very useful information, but that hardly mattered. They were happy to simply see one another again. Although the level of cheer varied greatly from person to person, each one of them was wearing some manner of a smile. Almost as though they had already forgotten about the death of the ninth man. I forgot just how entertaining it is to watch someone play this game. I've been loving this. Aw, thank you. I'm glad you're having a good time, Betty. It makes me happy that you like watching this. I'm glad. No, thought Junpei, perhaps that wasn't it. Perhaps thoughts of his death were what drove them to smile at one another. Not in a morbid or hateful way, no, the ninth man had died. Suffer? Why am I- Medi, I'm having fun, why am I suffering? But they were still alive, and that was something to be happy about. A sort of simple, uncomplicated joy, Junpei thought. The joy of being alive. You can't just smile at me, Medi. That... Still alive. He felt sorry for the ninth man, but more than anything, Junpei was just happy to be alive.
And that's what we know.
With that, Junpei finished his own explanation.
Well, this isn't good. If the red is inactive, we can't keep going.
What about that big hallway? Maybe there's somewhere in there we might be able to go.
No, there's nothing there. The 5 of us had a quick look. There are plenty more hospital rooms, but nothing else.
I wonder why they're hospital rooms. I wonder what happened.
You mean all those doors are for hospital rooms?
Could this have been, like, something that was converted into a... I'm thinking of, like, those military ships that are just, like, full of medical equipment. That, like, they, send out to places that need, like, medical help. I remember first hearing about them, like, during the... excuse me, during, like, the midst of the pandemic, when there's a giant, like, military medical ship that was, sent to New York to, like, help with, treat, like, COVID and everything. But, I mean, I don't think it would be like this, but it is interesting.
Yes. There are a number of individual rooms in addition to this large one.
Medical.
There was a door at the end of the hallway, but it was locked.
It had one of those solar system mark things on it.
It was the Jupiter symbol.
Jupiter.
I wonder what it means.
Confusion seemed to be the consensus.
While we're asking what things mean, what's the deal with this room? I mean, I thought this was a cruise ship, but I can't imagine a cruise ship would have a hospital like this.
No one, not even Snake, appeared ready to offer an answer until Seven unexpectedly spoke up.
Well, I figure it's probably a hospital ship. Chances are it's the Gigantic.
The Gigantic?
Junpei looked at Seven, shocked both by his knowledge and the apparent identity of their prison. Yeah, hospital ship. He was not the only one.
What is this gigantic?
Seven nodded to Lotus and began to speak.
The Gigantic. She was a sister ship to the Titanic, built in the early 20th century.
I thought a lot of the iconography in this ship made me think of the Titanic. Like, when I first saw the staircase, I'm like, that's the Titanic. This is the Titanic. Especially how big it is, and, like, the ornate filigree made me think of the Titanic. I forgot about the Gigantic.
Actually, the Titanic had 2 sister ships, and they looked exactly the same. The Gigantic was said to be one of them.
Yeah, the Gigantic, I believe, was converted into a hospital ship. But most everything else stayed the same. I don't remember why it was a hospital ship, though.
They intended to make her a passenger liner like the Titanic, but World War I began soon after the ship launched.
That's right, that's what they used it for. They used it for, military and, like, people injured. Yeah.
The British Navy took her over and made her a hospital ship.
Mm-hmm.
At some point during the war, the Gigantic was damaged by a German mine in the Aegean Sea. She ran aground afterwards, so she didn't end up sunk. What happened to her after that? One theory going around is that a man named Lord Gordain bought her. Seemed like he'd been one of the few to survive the Titanic sinking. That trauma turned him into some kind of obsessive collector of all things related to the Titanic. Soon enough, the guy wanted the Titanic itself, which was impossible, of course. It's stuck at the bottom of the Atlantic Ocean. But the Gigantic wasn't. And seeing as she was identical...
So you're saying this Lord Gordain bought this ship?
I'll be real with you, Chief. Sometimes I have no clue what history in Zero Escape is real and what's made up. I'm pretty sure there is a sister ship. You know what? I'm gonna Google this right now. Because I'm pretty sure there was... Gigantic... Titanic sister ship, Gigantic, yeah. It was the third vessel of the White Star Line's Olympic-class steamships and the second White Star ship to bear the name Britannica. Oh, no, wait, that's a different one. What happened to the ship Gigantic? Okay, Gigantic was a Britannic ship. Yeah, she struck an underwater mine off the coast of the Greek island of Kea in the Aegean Sea. She was the largest ship lost in World War I and is the largest ocean liner on the seafloor to this day. So the Gigantic did actually sink in the Aegean Sea, so they adapted it in this story so that it did not sink. And it was, like, able to escape to the coastline. Huh. Okay. So yeah, it is the Gigantic is an actual real ship that was used in World War I, but it sank in the Aegean Sea and is stuck at the bottom of the ocean.
Yeah, at least I think I am.
That's impossible. No way we're in some boat that's almost 100 years old.
That's real funny. Imagine just making up facts.
Pipe down, just pay attention. What, that's it? Well, have you got any proof?
Proof?
Proof that this ship is really the Gigantic.
I mean, just look at it.
Well,
I wonder if Seven worked on this boat, and that's why he knows so much about it, like, maintained it. That would be interesting.
This ship's got stuff that's like the Titanic and a hospital ship. So, I just figured.
Oh, for goodness. Don't tell me that's your only reason.
Oh, shut up, Lotus. I mean, what else? I mean, do you have any leads? Leads of what it could be?
No, I've got more.
Like?
Well, I mean...
Seven looked around desperately, doing anything to avoid meeting Lotus's piercing stare. Just punch Lotus in the tit. That'll take her out. He scratched his head for a moment and then gave up. Finally, he opened his mouth. I mean, you could probably punch Lotus in the stomach and her back will snap because her anatomy is it's so bad. It's so bad. What is this? There's no... she would be dead. Look, she's missing so many ribs. Those boobs... fuck. I can only imagine how much pain she is in spine and shoulder-wise, and these hips to this waist is not... I am not... Medi, I will not shut up about how horribly inaccurate Lotus's anatomy is.
I don't know.
Lotus sighed and shook her head.
I guess your memory isn't back yet, is it?
Yeah. Sorry about that.
Then, almost as if to save Seven from further embarrassment... Oh. It's the grandfather clock. A bell began to ring from far away.
Huh. A bell.
It sounds like the clock in the main stairway.
Junpei counted each chime carefully. Anytime I hear, like, a grandfather clock or anything like that, I just think of Barbie's The Nutcracker.
10, 11, 12.
Yeah.
12.
I know the
It's
one.
midnight.
God, I watched so many Barbie movies. Honestly, all the Barbie movies are fucking good.
Then we've still got 6 hours left, right?
Let's get going. We gotta find the missing parts for the Reds.
What do you mean, find? How on earth do you propose we do that?
We've looked everywhere in this room,
They had been examining the room as they talked.
but we haven't found anything.
Right.
That only leaves one place to look.
One?
Well, not just one.
Uh-huh.
Wait. Don't tell me you mean we need to search all of the other rooms.
I mean, where else would we look, Lotus?
Well, you
Motherfucker.
already checked some of them out before you came here, right?
We each checked a single room, so 5 rooms in total.
All right then. That's 5 rooms we don't have to search.
Shut up, Lotus. I will break you in half over my knee because you are anatomically incorrect.
We just have to split up the rest between the 8 of us. If each of us can do 6 rooms apiece, we'll have the other 48 rooms cleared in no time.
There are 48 other rooms?
Lotus did not seem excited by the prospect. I mean, what do you think we're gonna do, Lotus? Bitch. I will not get over this. I hate her. She's mean.
Maybe?
Shut up, he knows a lot about boats. After some discussion, the 8 of them decided which rooms to begin with, and in what order they would go. Junpei was chosen to search the rooms on the starboard side, moving from fore to aft. I don't know what that means.
Alright, so everyone knows which area they're searching?
Yeah.
Yes!
They also determined when they would return to report their findings, the next time the clock sounded the time. When it did, they would meet back in the large central room full of beds.
We'll all meet up when the clock goes off again. How about in that room with all the beds?
Yeah. Sounds straightforward enough.
If during their search any one of them were to locate the missing components, they were to yell for the others.
I'll shout if I find any of the components we need.
I hope we can find them within the time limit.
I love how... I think it's funny that Snake also has 6 rooms. He's just gonna be, like, walking through the rooms, feeling everything. If this strategy failed, they'd return to discuss their options later.
If we can't, then we'll just have to come up with another plan.
Right.
Then let's do this.
The details decided they left to begin searching. Out into the hallway they went, each to the room they'd been assigned. However... Oh, come on. Oh, no. Why, jeez. From far away, Junpei heard the bell ring. It did so only once. It was 1 a.m.
It's 1. I better get back to the others.
Oh no, I don't like this. He jogged through the entrance of the large hospital room to find 6 of the others already there.
Huh?
Ace, Santa, Clover, June, 7, and Lotus. They had gathered in front of the door numbered 8. Are they leaving? Or perhaps, to be accurate, they had gathered in front of the red next to the door number 8.
What are they doing over there?
Had one of them found the missing piece?
What happened, guys?
It was June who answered him.
Jumpy, look!
She was pointing at the red. He pushed through the others until he stood in front of it. Immediately he knew what she had meant.
Vacant?
Junpei sighed.
Come on, guys. Who was it? I thought we were supposed to yell if we found it.
Well...
Junpei wondered why she was hesitating. The others looked as confused as June, but kept their mouths shut.
What the hell? What is up with you guys?
They all knew something he didn't, and Junpei wasn't about to leave things that way. Finally, Lotus frowned and spoke.
Well, that's the thing. We don't know.
You don't know?
When I got back, it was already like this. There was no one else here. That means I was the first one back, but the missing parts were already back in the red.
Okay, who's missing then? Snake?
What? Let me see.
6. Yeah, Snake is the only one missing. Junpei looked at the bottom of the red again, just to be sure. The slot that had been open on the bottom was now covered with metal.
You're right. It's in there. What about the other 2?
Other 2. Oh wait.
They're
Shit.
the same.
Let me take a look.
Junpei quickly examined the other 2 boxes. Where's Snake?
It's just as you said.
Where's Junpei's boyfriend? Satisfied that they were also repaired, but still very confused, he returned to the others.
Alright, I just want to be sure here. Nobody has any idea what the hell happened here, right?
Where's Snake?
Correct.
Where's Snake? I'm just gonna keep asking Snake. Where's Snake?
None.
Ace and June nodded silently. 7 raised his hands as if to say, not me, and Santa just shrugged. Only Clover lowered her head and did nothing.
Huh. Wait a minute.
That was when he noticed. Yeah, Where's Snake? Where?
Where's Snake?
Junpei swept his eyes across the room a second time, but Snake was nowhere to be seen.
Does that mean that he found them?
Oh, no.
I've no idea. There's nothing to suggest it, but nothing to suggest he didn't either.
I don't suppose we'll know until we can ask him in person.
Clover, what
Whatever
happens?
he did or didn't do, he's pretty damn late. What the hell is he up to?
Maybe he's lost.
Yeah, well, that seems likely. Dude can't see. I don't know how he gets around in the first place.
He echolocates by screaming. Clover raised her head.
No! That's impossible!
Suddenly, she was shouting.
Yeah, my brother's blind, but he's got really great hearing. He can get around as well as anyone who can see. So he couldn't get lost. That's impossible!
Clover had started to shake, and the knuckles of her hands had gone white. Aw. She spun around, but before she did, Junpei noticed tears welling up in her eyes.
I'm gonna go look for him!
Aw. The words were barely out of her mouth when she began to run.
Hey, hold on, Clover. Wait!
Junpei cried out to her, but he was too slow. She kept going, and before anyone else could react, she was gone. Yeah, I'm also frowny face.
Well,
Clover.
that didn't work. Damn it. What should we do now?
Find Snake.
Well, the red is working now.
Find Snake.
No! We're not leaving two people behind! We should go look for them!
Clover is my daughter. Yes, I see that. I can see that, Betty. Clover is your daughter.
Oh man, this ain't good.
Yeah, it's not good.
Oh, yes, what an excellent idea. We just wasted a bunch of time looking for some piece of electronic junk. Now let's waste some more by looking for a couple of idiots.
Snake! Oh my god, Santa, I'm gonna punch you into space. You're a jerk. But god, are you my jerk? Question mark. I don't know, I like him. But like,
remain here if you
in a
please,
you're a
but
dick
there's
way.
no time. We've only 5 hours left.
Junpei and the others nodded to one another and took off on a run. I want to punch Santa, except sometimes I want to punch him with my lips, you feel? That's funny. In front of the stairs that led to B deck, they decided to split up.
Let's split up.
All right, I'll take this direction.
Then I shall look that way.
I'll be over here.
See you all later.
Soon, only two of them were left. Those two were Junpei and June, the himbo and the bimbo, who had been a few steps behind the others.
All right, we should go too.
Yes, let's go! But where should we start?
Let's see.
Okay. First class the casino, first class cabin, hallway with all the rooms. Where should we go? I kind of feel like the first class cabin. Yeah, let's go up to B deck.
Oh, what about the first class cabin on B deck?
Okay, let's go, Jumpy.
They took off up the stairs at a run. Outside of the first class cabin, they found Clover. She was standing in front of the wall. She was staring at a meaningless point on the wall, her eyes blank. What should Junpei do? Talk to her. I'm gonna talk to Clover.
Are you alright?
He did his best to sound friendly, but Clover didn't respond.
Look, I know you're really worried, but...
He could think of no words to say that didn't sound hollow and fake. Junpei hesitated. Clover was so consumed by worry and fear that Junpei feared it would crush her. Her actions didn't surprise him. She had suddenly lost her brother, who she seemed to have been very close to.
Alone.
Her voice was thin and barely audible.
Alone.
Alone. All alone.
I said leave me alone!
Suddenly she was screaming.
You're so
Clover.
Go away, okay? Just go somewhere else. Stop bothering me.
Clover. Junpei was taken aback.
Uh,
Such anger and hate. June's eyes had gone wide with surprise as well.
Why are you still here? Didn't you hear me?
Huh?
Fine, forget it. If you aren't gonna leave, then I'll just...
all right. Let's go, June.
Yeah.
They turned and left Clover. As they did, Junpei glanced back over her shoulder to see Clover wiping tears from her face. Clover had driven home the misery of their situation, but Junpei told himself that getting depressed would get him nowhere but depressed. I mean, that's true.
We really need to find Snake, for Clover's sake.
Yeah. He did his best to push away the misery and depression and force a smile.
So, where do you think we should go next?
Okay, the casino?
How about the casino?
Let's go take a look.
Okay, they turned and headed off down the hallway to their right at a jog. Before they knew it, they were there. So was Lotus. She was leaning against the wall, examining her nails.
Hey, what do you think you're doing?
She glanced up at him, unimpressed.
Isn't it obvious? I'm looking for Snake.
I'm just not seeing it.
Really? Maybe you need to look harder.
Shut the fuck up, Lotus. I'm gonna snap you in half. And drown you.
I don't think that's the problem.
Oh, by the way, I've got a proposal for you two.
The answer...
Care to hear it?
No. Might as well just fucking listen to her.
What is it?
Well, I don't like to beat around the bush, so I'll get right to it. Why don't we team up?
No.
Team up?
Yeah. What? You need me to explain it to you? I'm saying, why don't we go through a numbered door?
Even if we wanted to, that's impossible.
Why?
Jumpy's bracelet number is 5, mine is 6, and yours is 8. Our digital root would be 1.
Yep. Yep.
But there's no number 1 door in the large hospital room. The only doors there are 3, 7, and 8.
Then we add another person.
Huh?
Who?
What, isn't that easy? 7.
Oh, if we add 7, 5 plus 6 plus 8 plus 7, the digital root of 26, 2 plus 6 equals 8.
Then the 4 of them could go through the numbered 8 door. But...
Wait a minute. What about the other 4? Ace, Snake, Santa, and Clover.
Well, why don't you add them up?
It's simple
1
enough.
plus 2 plus 3 plus 4 equals 10. And
Yeah.
1 plus 0 equals 1. The digital root for those 4 would
Yeah,
be 1.
we're not doing
That's
that.
right.
And you know the number 1 door isn't in the big hospital room, right?
Of course I know that.
Shut the fuck up, Lotus.
No! Are you saying you'd leave them behind?
Of course not. What kind of woman do you think I am?
A bitch.
Once we get off the ship, we could come back and rescue them, couldn't we?
No, we could not, Lotus, you motherfucker.
Then we wouldn't really be leaving them behind.
I am going to, I want to punch.
Don't try to lie to us. I don't think you do anything of the sort.
Really? Why do you think that?
Because you're a bitch.
You remember, don't you? We have less than 5 hours left. Even if we manage to escape, there's no way we could come back to rescue them in less than 5 hours.
Well, you never know until you try.
Shut up.
No, you're not thinking this through. Even if we brought 7 with us, we wouldn't be able to get off the ship. The 4 of us couldn't open door 9. It is hidden, but an exit can be found. Seek a way out. Seek a door that carries a 9.
Yeah, that's right. The digital root for the 4 of us would be 8, so we'd have to add Ace to make 9.
That's right. Unless we bring Ace too, we'll be stuck.
Lotus scratched the back of her ear.
Oh. Well, that's unfortunate.
Yeah, everybody has to get through.
Unfortunate. That's all you have to say?
She didn't sound particularly bothered by what Junpei said. Nor did she seem particularly surprised.
Well, let's try and find another way, okay? A way to get out of here with all 8 of us.
That's impossible. Are you being serious?
Shut up. I'm so angry. I should have just left. I
You
should have
do
just
know
not
that
had this
only 5
conversation.
people, at most, can go through one of the numbered doors, right? The number 9 isn't going to be an exception to that rule. Regardless, at least 3 people will get left behind.
I wanna... Well, I know who I'm leaving behind.
Yeah, I guess that makes sense.
The moment he said it, Junpei felt a chill run down his spine.
No. Wait just a second. You're skipping over a really big detail.
Yes, what she said was true, but how Lotus could remain cavalier about so terrifying a prospect was beyond him.
Is that really okay? That means 3 people will die in the end. Are you okay with that? That's just...
Lotus' forehead furrowed.
Do you think I could have a moment alone?
Yeah.
There's some things I need to think about.
Okay. Junpei and June turned and began walking away from Lotus.
That didn't turn out to be a very pleasant conversation.
Nope.
Yeah.
Junpei's heart felt heavy and his steps sluggish. But he told himself pessimism would get them nowhere.
Well, regardless,
So he forced himself to smile and turned to June.
let's just focus on finding Snake for now, okay?
One step at a
Yes.
time.
You're right. We can think about those other things later.
Yeah.
Junpei nodded.
All right. Where should we go next?
I guess... First class cabin. Oh,
Let's
yeah.
go take a look at the first class cabin. It's really close.
Yeah, we didn't get to look at that. They turned around and took off down the hallway to their left.
No one's here. Maybe we'll have more luck somewhere else.
Oh, that was that
Where?
there. Okay. Never mind.
Hey, why don't we go back to C deck? We can take a look at that hallway with all the rooms.
Okay, let's get going then.
For some reason, when they said the first class cabin, I thought of the one at the very beginning.
Oh,
B-53.
it's Ace.
Ahead of them, farther down the hallway, they spotted Ace.
Hey, Snake! Where are you? Answer me if you're there!
What should Junpei do? I want to talk to Ace, yeah.
Let's go.
With June in tow, Junpei jogged up to Ace. Hearing their footsteps, he turned to greet them.
Ah, hello there. Snake is... Well, that's obvious, isn't it? I assume you haven't found him yet?
Yeah, doesn't seem like you're having any luck either.
I really wonder where he could have gone.
Well, wherever he's disappeared to, we must find him as quickly as we can. For Clover's sake.
Ace is just a dad.
Right.
June's face looked kinda enraptured.
By the way, do you think Clover and Snake are really siblings?
Junpei, shut up.
Why would you say that?
Yeah. Why would you say that? The question seemed somehow odd to Junpei.
Why? Well, it's obvious, isn't it? They don't look alike at all.
Ace looked at him for a moment and then spoke.
Yes, you know, now that you mention it, they don't.
Now that you mention it?
Still, there are a great many siblings who do not look like one another.
Yee.
It certainly isn't rare.
Junpei wasn't sure why or even if he was seeing what he thought he was, but he could have sworn that Ace's face tightened as he spoke.
At any rate, we really must find Snake as soon as possible. The clock is ticking. We really can't afford to waste any time. Very well. Let's get back to the search, shall we? You can leave this area to me.
Okay.
All right. Let's go, Jumpy.
At June's urging, they left. Okay, last place. They found themselves back at the stairs, but Junpei's mind was in turmoil.
Something about that was... I'll think on it later.
Yeah, Junpei needs his thinking can. He left it back there.
They said
Back in a different
finding
room.
Snake is our top priority.
Junpei did his best to clear his mind.
All right, where should we go next?
Okay, last one is the
Why
hospital
don't we
room.
go back to the big hospital room?
Okay,
Yeah.
let's go then.
That's the only place we haven't checked yet. They turned and headed back toward the large hospital room.
Hey, wait, that's...
Santa, standing in front of the three. On their way to the large hospital room, Junpei and June noticed Santa standing next to the door next to the number 3 door.
Santa?
Junpei paused. What did Junpei do? Talk to him, of course. Junpei and June walked up to Santa.
What are you doing?
What? You can't tell? I'm checking out the red.
Why? Is there something bothering you?
What? It's not bothering you?
Huh?
The guts of this red. Why wouldn't you wonder who the hell put it back in here?
I mean, we are wondering that.
Yeah, that's true. Well, I'm curious too, but
Who do you think did it?
Santa's eye narrowed as he looked at June. She shook her head.
I don't know.
Well, what about you, Junpei? Who do you think fixed this thing for us?
I mean, it could possibly be Snake. But if it was him, then why would he disappear? I'm pretty sure it was somebody else, and Snake saw something, maybe? Thonk. I'm sorry, we don't have the thonk emoji.
Maybe there's someone else on this ship with us.
You mean someone hiding here?
Yeah, well, I mean, it's just an idea.
The ninth guy is back.
You're saying this mystery person fixed the reds?
Yeah,
Why?
that's, I don't know.
Santa shoved his hands into his pockets and cracked his knuckles. Oh, that's weird that he had to crack his knuckles in his pockets.
Seems unlikely.
Are you sure those were his knuckles?
Why?
I don't know. Just a feeling. Hard to believe Zero'd bring in a secret 10th player.
No.
I mean, the name of the game is the nonary game, for Christ's sake. You know what nonary means, right? It means 9.
No, that's not what I meant. I mean more like someone who's been living here for a long time. Or someone who, like, stayed here.
Seriously? That's even more ridiculous. Why do you think Zero would leave them alone?
Junpei furrowed his brow.
So, in other words, one of us is the person who fixed the red.
Santa grinned.
Bingo! We have a winner.
But if that's true, then the person who did it doesn't want the rest of us to know that they fixed it.
Yeah.
But why?
No idea. Maybe if they come clean on that, it means we'd find out something else. Something bad.
Something bad?
Dunno. But whatever it is, it's gotta be worth hiding. Of course, it could have something to do with Snake's disappearance.
Yeah, Snake. I'm guessing Snake noticed them putting it back, and that's why he's mysteriously disappeared.
You think maybe they did something to Snake?
Yeah. I mean, it's one of the options. Junpei stared at Santa. There was something about him that made Junpei wary. At first he'd assumed the other man wasn't terribly clever, but Junpei was beginning to think he would need to reevaluate that assessment. Yeah, Junpei's made a lot of strange assessments. When Santa spoke again, his voice was quiet.
Look, if you trust anybody in this game, you're gonna lose. You've gotta be careful. The person you trust the most could turn out to be the one who stabs you in the back.
With that depressing suggestion, he turned and quietly walked away.
And that's that, I guess.
Shut up, June. Junpei and June looked at one another and smiled awkwardly. Junpei and June are like those dumb siblings. They're just... I mean, they look like they could be siblings. Where would they go next? I love Jumpy's delivery there, yeah. Okay, I've already gone everywhere else. But I haven't seen everyone. Junpei's delivery, ain't that the Ghibli movie? Is it pronounced Ghibli or Ghibli? I don't know. I'm gonna double check.
Let's go take a look around the casino.
Yeah,
Okay.
I'm just gonna double check everywhere. Why is June just following us is my question.
There's no one here. Let's try somewhere else.
Okay, let's... Okay.
Let's go back downstairs and check out that hallway with all the doors.
Either, yeah. Either pronunciation, I guess, works.
Oh, nobody's here.
Okay. Snake, of course, was nowhere to
Let's
be found.
look somewhere else.
Okay.
But where?
Back to the
Why don't we
hospital
go
room.
back to the big hospital room?
Okay, let's go then.
I turned and headed back. No one was
I
there.
don't think
Okay.
anyone is here.
Okay. I guess we'll just finish searching. They looked everywhere they could think of, but Snake was nowhere to be found.
Snake hasn't been anywhere we've searched.
Lotus looked around at 6 frustrated faces and spoke.
And we can't keep looking for him. Wherever he is, it's not here. We need to get moving.
Junpei couldn't disagree with what she was saying. Snake seemed to have completely disappeared. There was no point to wasting any more time. The others seemed to be having similar thoughts, but they stayed silent. Finally, Seven spoke.
We don't got a choice. Lotus is right. We're not gonna find Snake. There's a problem, though. We've got to figure out who's gonna go through which door.
Well, we can't go through door 8.
Yes, I have a proposal.
She walked back and forth across the floor, her heels clicking against the wood. Finally, she stopped.
Why don't we decide on one person to sacrifice?
Excuse me?
Sacrifice?
Well, perhaps that's a bit of a harsh word, but yes. You've all figured it out by now, haven't you? We can't all make it through those doors. If we split into 2 teams of 4 and 3 people respectively, then 3 people will be left behind. If we split into 2 teams of 5 and 2 people respectively, then 2 people will be left behind. But if we split into 2 groups of 3 and leave 1 person out, then only 1 person will be left behind.
Leaving behind 3 people with 2 teams of 4 and 3. Shit. I mean, I'm not sure. Fuck. Fuck! You know what? I'm saving here. Yes. And actually, it's already been like 3.5 hours. I don't know all the numbers involved. Yeah, me neither. So, I'm gonna leave this decision. This is what the flowchart is for? Yeah, that's what I thought. I'm gonna leave this decision for next time we play because, it's midnight, and I should go to bed. I'm leaving this decision to future me. This is future me's problem. This is future Bean's problem, and it will continue to be future Bean's problem. So, yeah. We're gonna stop here then for tonight. At a horrible cliffhanger? Yeah, at a horrible cliffhanger. And I'm going to hate myself next time when I start streaming again. Yeah, I'm glad you had a fun time here watching me play 999. I will continue again. I'll probably post on Twitter next time I'm gonna play. Most likely not until next week, just like from the pacing of what I have to do with my job, like my capital J job and everything. So yeah, expect to see more 999 next week. I will post on Twitter. Yeah, keep everyone updated that way. Yeah, so there are my socials to check me out there, and that's where I will keep everyone posted. Yeah, I love you guys. Love you too, Medi. Thank you for showing up. I hope you guys had a good time with the stream, and just overall, I'm having a lot of fun with this game. I love you too, Wyra. So yeah, I hope everybody had a good time and they have a good night's rest. So I will be seeing you later. Bye-bye.